Mawachi Mawakwaba Ediba Fache TV Daybreak ensem ahodwa yensa aka ena anopei yedebe somwo se anopa no nsia kase wo Fache TV enenso eye eda foforo ede mayen na yede dwumadie foforo no ene ena ye hyase ye Daybreak the best morning show also obetimi ahwe no hyase ne ensem ahodwa medebe somwo se kase no ebi ene se na wochi ye Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ena NPP amanyuko no no se wonye frankatufo emfama wonum party no sanso ena otumfo osei tutu the second asantemanwura ono so ede asase yantam ede ama aban se wonfansi second theater ewo Kumasi ene asante mantamu ne wei ene ensem bia eka ho ena mede besomo se anopa no nsia kasiye ewo Daybreak eso midin ede Obrempon Lisbon Perry se yewra ensem ni mu a na wotwi awieye ena NPP amanyuko no eko abato so na wonum enipa nan a woginaye se yento wonso aba no enum a ejina se yento wonso aba no wonum ekoto ye na woyi wakandini ya enei ono ena ebe so franka mu na watu ede ama NPP amanyuko no na abato no ekoso wo my Ghana polling station be se 2000 ena ekoso ewo my Ghana nipa be se 200,000 delegates ena ko abato no so na abato no ekoso no enipa bibia ko na wiye no odi nkonim eye Dr. Mahmoud Baumia onya emano 110,643 votes and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia enyaye which represents 56.8%. Eno eye dear Dr. Mahmoud Baumia enyaye na wodidi nkonim wona aka na wonum so edidi so eye Honorable Kennedy Akomprekon Japan asin Central Marshebejani ono so enya 46,594 votes representing 23.6%. Sanso ena Member of Parliament Abetifi Dr. Brian Echampon ono so enya 36,303 votes representing 18.53%. Former Minister for Education, Dr. Ya ono Osei Educhum, ono so enya 1,999 votes, representing 1.02%, whilst Kwabna Ejeyi Japan, ono so enya 402 votes, representing 0.21%. Eno ene ensem na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Ebram penifo hyiaye na woji atum na wadase se yato abama no nsem sei ena ode etuja.
Let it not be said anywhere on any day that the party of DJ Darochi, Peter Alagete, Odoi Sykes, J. Kufuor, Professor Mike Okwe, C.K. Tedham, J.H. Mensah, Aliu Mahama, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, among other great patriots, could not handle disagreements as natural ways of stating alternative positions. I have the duty to the delegates who stood by me and to the delegates who found worthy ideas in my brothers who contested me. My election today communicates a broad-based appeal across the party, and I need to draw directly on that capital to unite the party as one of the crucial steps to winning power in 2028. I call on all to join in this bounden duty. After all, as the Akans say, prayer se uyi bako ana ebu ukaboma emu. United we stand and divided we fall.
Na yentoa ensem ne so enfama ode a yekopie mu asante mantam mu menhia ahemfie na yekopie eye enra kwasie na empanimfo etenase na ade kese ya edikan ade a edikan kra ewo afi mu no wonum edi ye empanimfo ahodo pii no na ebepie mu ewo honom ya Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Amoako hene enso ebepie mu wo hobi na ebra obepie mu na woni ensetrofo ekasa na wochire mu echire yense hwe otumfo osetutu asantemanwura oyobi a waboa pa ama omai Ghana ene asanteman ni titiriw enkanko ene nimpeja akonanim pa eno enam so ama ensem ahodo ode tu dwa no echire mu se otumfo asante ne osetu edi asase yantampa edi ama aban se aban emesi National Theatre etosum yenu ene unim se ba kope ene wo man mu eno ewo enkrampoponi mantem mu eno ti de etosum yenu no yemesi ewo asante mantem mu ebra Regional Minister Dr. Amoako hene edi nkomo no sei ena ochire mu
my afishiapa msa de na etwa to ono president e ba ye ne otufuo ebedie ama ye ba ye besere otufuo nsem nhira besere na futuo de na chitai said we ma 2025 no onya ma 2026 ampa so otufuo ayama na bro so dodo fi se ye bosumi etwa mu January ne ma bebre akoso no ameduru nanim amana amoaye a anka yentimi entu ho anamon ye dika ye akwae ho nsem em say free asokwa ede ko ahodoro and about ye kwai no doala ye doalize na ye no mienu said ye be bebo na traffic e ho no etimi etwa amaye free ahodoro so de ko ye santas run about e ho so jai ka boya amaye ne duru na ye de fise ne wo say otumfo na nanoma ye adwuma wo santas run about nye pe ba bi emo omoko otumfo de na no tu mu bi no omatimi aboa afiri ho otumfo na so amaye sika ye de asiesie ba bi a ono a otumfo de ma ye na ye de adwuma ye fo no ekoho eni so otumfo nko a na betima ye we enti ene oma ye ba ya ona nanom ye regional president na mu ni adawase
eno eye Dr. Amoako hene ono ene Ashanti Regional Minister na obobo empuntunyuma otumfo se etu asantemanwura etimi aboa ban na wonum etimi aye na no enana ode etudwa echire mu biaye poti ene asase yantama na meka ho asem no wosan so echire mu
oye ho adwuma odumfo achi ameri etwa to a ebegyina mu na yebesem na magyama do otumfo ase amaye se 2026 no president na matofo se so kai budget no why say yempe baby a yede be National Theatre tosum yenu e wa asante mantem ha yeni masase so nsem wa asante mantem ha de yede yotufuo de ampa yede betu na nim besere ne say o maye baby a yebetimi yede sa adwuma no yankopon cha de otufuo ati esufre aboa ya ma asase yantam a yede ebedi eye adwuma ye National Theatre dwuma die no akwaya hodo ayanka ho asem no so otumfo president semensere na fantu anim se na me ya adoma bosumi ya yawura mu yi ono a beba ha ne bi ha wodo adnani aba bedi akire de titiru ne so am interchange oso be so ono aba no be hu se de adwuma tie ne ko fa so beboa ebio mu ya big push project bi so ya beboa na ate Kumasi traffic ne so enti wo ya outer Kumasi ring road the best at free edwura edwo etia e de akone na mu akofa adwabe na figase kwabre de akopie mu ofenso ba akoso be free ofenso akopie mu adujama na ba akwa fa makopie mankan so saa de akọ eye makwanoma na de na mu abesi bekwai na asa free bekwai saa fa mu abesi edwo so said ye be ya wo a wo maye bibia wo Kumasi track akese a efiri enkran besi akọ north ene mali ndia keka ho no obo mefa Kumasi mfa traffic no ebi meka ho ednyame adoma bosumi ye remi president semensere ma so edi edwuma kese a ono abeba na odnani aba bedi akita be hwese bibia betimi atoto na akwai so ntotufo ye ba ya na eye afi 2026 emu enkomo kakra no ye ba
Eno eye Dr. Frank Amwakohene Asante Regional Minister ono ede nsem etuja we eye Daybreak na ene yeda edikan kra ya yede hyase enioma pii no na yede ba wakwam anopai eno ntikosoa netna Fache TV Kojo Marfo ene na pamfo Maestro Kaakyire nom ene empanimfo bebre ena eba enti kosoa na ejimre na yentena Midin any obrempon Lisbon Perry, me basisia.
won wa wodo nyankopon no ade nyina dibua won na ewie won yie anope me dase se wagebre na oni yen edi dwumai de edi kan kra e wo Fache TV Daybreak and I de ebre wa no pe kopim se nundu ebebo de mede ni Kojo Marfo okasa Marfo enei me na mesan ejina ma na amansan komo a esese yedi ni nyina no mede ebre eti kai se dwumade no ekoso na no ye de agodie mu nsem ebebre no nso pepepe na waaba wonde nkomo ni nyina bebre se de esese wode bre eno achi de obograta ne ho nkomo nyina nso ye be ma waso ate ye be ma wakwanya na one mampani nso edi nkomo anopei eye da foforo na the new patriotic party eyi Dr. Mahmood Bawumia no anopei ye bedi sa nkomo nso eno achi onim se ene eye data versus spirituality di anopei ye bedi ho nkomo ne abisa se asofo no ba no mbepa ache o sa eno no ede ena ye but kai se ye wura February bosomini nti se utimidi bibia eche ai fanie ma nyina ache na ewiase papa ena se nipa oye enuanom ewa ha ye no ebedi nkomo Kaakyire ene ye ebedi nkomo Maestro ha ebebisa no sen and nsem no ete your top of the morning ye de nyina ebrewa no pay but mamen Kyle say wo African proverb no de anopay eyitiawa ye nche na afi hu said de niema no eko your African proverb but this morning says he who has a true friend has no need for a mirror. He who has a true friend has no need for a mirror. That's the African proverb. Kaakyire, me mo ache.
Kojo mejo so.
Na ti say.
Erade adaroma, wode nkwa ache ye nti eye ara.
Ye dai who ase. Anope African proverb no ase ne say.
He who has a true friend does not need
a mirror.
Oh, okay. Send ne wo yonkopa no. Ohia ahwehwe. Ananya sa. Na
ohia ahwehwe se ade de na nka ahwehwe no be ya ama no. Se
se ade bi ayete se anopa ya mefa me ho yi. Me gina ahwehwe mu throughout. Na me hwe ekoyie. Ahachia. But yonkopa. Obetimi agina won nchen atenetene akwanua sa nyina so wa bra ahwehwe ni ho so wo be wie na bibia ye perfect. Sa pepe.
Maestro, je no afutu be na ade betu ho.
Ofa yonkopa de se oni yonko be nam na obechia na untimi ntine wo de eno kwan se oni san yonko ne nam it is say who has a true friend does not need a mirror no chere se oni yonko papa na ma ono no tinetino ono ne wahwehwe atembia na se wo hwe ni mu a betimi nya mebi papa e de free ni mu enye yonko a se wo hwe ni mu a de bi abone na abenya de free ni mu ono wo besere beto fa chire ope no aka wuchi asem ono sa yonko no onye mirror papa yonko ase wo hwe ni mu a obetimi encourage you when you are down yonko ase wo hwe ni mu a obetimi enya ababidi efiri ono kra na braba obom se ye papa se ye bone batem bia na ye hwe papa yonko no obode ma no ho na yenso so ya hwe bi enso e de hwe yenso ye de ho etimi de yonko de se me no obenante a me hwe bibi papa ewo mu ansa na me no wanante cause me no menante no chi na bi wo fa wohwe menim no watimi afamachi no wakamachi asem no wakanse bia mana ya me ya amte a se bi ntimi fancho yonko de eno ane ahwehwe papa benya ebebo ofa
nti anopei yen ena ye wahwehwa esese wohwe fi se yen ne yonko pa ye ne obenante fi sabri kopem se nondu ebebo your top of the morning and anopei ye de toaso amount ebujanfo memenda no the new patriotic party na won ebo won homodin akoyi Dr. Mahmood Bawumia ene ono na ebedi the new patriotic party enim ede won akọ election 2028 Kaakyire sen na ewie edemao na ono na wo hwese party no ebeyi no anase na wo hwe nipa foforo bi.
Well, from the beginning of won hyehyeye ebesi se Saturday contest no ekoye no midi nkomo bia de na meka ne se obvious. The obvious was clear. Said the near make no endorsement ahodo ye ba ye parliamentarians dodo empanimfo a asom wo MPP num ya omo anso na ye delegate ekoto aba na dodo no openly declared for Dr. Mahmood Bawumia. Na ye obvious. no obvious anya me nwanwa se Saturday no na rene
se ohe figures a odi edi nkunim no a na ohe the last time said the net tie no a ne amanfo ebisa ne se the numbers no akofom ofa ne se ewo how bi
obia o kase Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia numbers akofom no oka odika but yenhye contest na opani no koye no hwe contenders awo no omo ekopre to me no 5 strong men Bawumia gina brane and 9 na aka no no omo so na from kra enti ebinom de atoto asa wo hwe MPP wo internal primaries say history from Akufo-Addo ne ade no a eno no metimi akase na aye 2 Bawumia de in the second coming no anya easy ama no even Dr. Brian Champon crash numbers awotimi puli ye aye nwanwa enti se Bawumia de no so ate edit because omo no omo ejina ye no omo nye bayira abrewajo
Maestro sena ekodema
offer me no me nwanwa kakra because unse se abatoɔ bekoso a ya na mpimpin central force say ye no etimi ebupini delegate no ye no medi nkomo offer betima ka esisudua aka cho say when it comes to NPP as a political party, Kennedy or Japan is bigger out there. But within the party, numbers near it may reflect here or 31st January, no, HSA, within the political party, no, Kennedy, Japan, and your popular. Even Dr. Brian Champon numbers will me accumulate here on in the chimono. Kamia said the popularity base of Dr. Brian Champon, AI Kessie, Edia Chen, I'm Kennedy or Japan. And no idea ye me wan kakra because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 2023 unya 61% as compared to 58% unya afi now unya 118,000 as compared to this one unya 100,000 and over, so meaning say almost 18,000 votes and a swatted yama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia into no within the political party no he is still popular but yen hwa ade we before say we go into this particular election no if on tweet him said the album now amanyukunu use it was still intact. Delegate Omotuaba in 2023, the majority of them, almost 85% of them, not almost also Tuabano in this particular year. So a not sure Pefe said this same delegate knew the people that they were going to vote for. And the national executives almost Modema NPP in 2023, they were still at post. Yan Tuaban Sesamo, because her constitutional MPP for no koye na no de chemwa. Instead of the bottom top approach, almost all of them they are starting from the top bottom approach. It is a say the free esoro. They are above form. They are making sure say yendru form no na bibia at the din ewo hono. Ento mo koto abano. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia winning convincingly no. Me wan kakra because outside NPP, so TC street na so bisa manfo. Me no person ko or 2 franc and MPP. Most of the people were agitating for Kennedy or Japan. But the intina ko ba say delegates no koto edema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It because of the popularity base, it because of some of the things that he has been able to do and he is still doing. And most of these delegates no motomano in 2023 no offer, they are still at post. Me who say before this election, Nanka Mereshesenka election winning would have been one of the highly contested election, even 2007 you know. But it took out to be a different tenor. It was this particular election offer. So who carried the Kojo in 1992? A honorable Professor Dubois, a historian, someone not or elect intellectual. At the time, na MPP, rebranded myself back into 1992. No, the constitution mandatory say we should have a multi-party system. It's a whole check will be an sebi from 81 to 91. No, Jerry John Rollins a cheaper. Was sending a see boo mine and never prepare friend say Dubois. MPP for sitting no move say he should lead the party. Because Wakasa Mamanfo who said that he said he can easily deliver for the NPP. Over in the core, he was able to win. Dr. said no, John Ajukunpo, he was part of that particular contest. But of Ekobiasi, and he won by 121 votes. Oko 1992 election Oko Lusuye. Nia Oye 1992 I'm one into 96. NPP for your margin so must answer to be Bimaba, no much change the face of the NPP. And no more for John Ajukunpo for the Nebae. Professor Dubois Yakwa 98, highly contested one between John Ajukunpo and Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Offer. So Kai Satam na because I don't know Akufo-Addo when they talk about the tradition of the NPP, the Dombo Buzia Dankwa tradition, he forms part. Ebi a Dombo tradition na ba besi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so. But another Dankwa Kufuor there, Nebusian form yensa there. When you talk about the founding members of the NPP and the founding members of even Ghana since independence, they were part. It's no crowd that identity, no. But to Uremu into that election, no, Yura Jonajekum Kofor was able to beat him. And then he won adroitly. Omoko 2000 election offer a Kamia Kwakwe 2000 election, no. We are going to see a similar election of 2028. The entire Mekasan said this is the second time a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Urem as a flag bearer for the NPP. And this will be a new phase of NDC as an incumbent political party because in 2000 election, not NDC for no power. George John Rawlings AFD off. They were coming out with a new flag bearer called Dr. Evans Atamios at that time, His Excellency, the late Yamefane Krensi offer. We saw Jonah Jekun Kufuor winning abruptly. Ediama the NPP as at that time. It's year 2007. Check it in Penifua Omutimikusi Academy 17. Nada Dankwa Kufuor, John Alan Kojo Martin were gaining in popularity. In 2007, the machinery within the NPP were all working for John Alan Kojo Martin. But Omukosi Akano, the mandatory and Omu constitution here say 50+1 votes no and confirm obi obetime win no. Nana Dankwa Kufuor dey ntimi sa percentage no. It now was say Alan Martin ejie de man no otimi ko contest the man the NPP offer. About say this particular election so check it 2023 na Alan Kojo Martin wom. But the two super delegates ni wie no. Awo hu se baby a MPP amanyoko ne keka kono onu ntimi enjina mu biem no ofirimo. It became a tight contest between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Kennedy Ohene Japan. He had 37% in favor of Kennedy Ohene Japan. Obia Bonabaso. Because at that material moment in time, most of us believe say or share in the political season as to contest for flag bearership and chair. But how he was able to penetrate in the NPP as a political party, no, he announced his presence within the NPP. It is coming into 2028 election there. Say, you share some of the defined regions, Kennedy Ohene Japan there, and this year, no, especially let's take a careful look at Greater Accra. In 2023, he had a lot of percentage over there, 19,000 as compared to 17,000 of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and a Kennedy Ohene Japan Ekonyae. But enimrimono. Nanka minimsenka Kennedy betiminya more vote our Greater Accra region because why wakofa na atoshi. And na atoshi was part of Bawumia camp, but the bintino wotimi dwane be share Kennedy Japan camp. Some of the things that they were telling the Ghana delegates, they say when you vote for Kennedy Ohene Japan, he will make sure say na atoshi will become a running mate in the 2028 election. But for Busa say Sandy money to me to mutrima derby. Dr. Bray Champo was in a way campaigning for himself, speaking some of the important things that need to be done. It is said Kennedy Japan aircraft jobs. Now, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aircraft about digitalization. No? Dr. Bray Champo was talking about unifying the party and no mum to me to microphone trim. It is some of the votes now. Kennedy Japan 11,000 no nya no. Almost 5,000 6,000 now. Dr. Bray Champo near Greater Accra region. No, otimi ko change the man. But then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia still maintained that valid vote when you are Greater Accra. Jenko voter region. Voter region, baby, and Kennedy Ohene Japan would have won abruptly because of Peter Amewu effect. But we are seeing offer Dr. Bray Champo no kohotimi konya 5,000 over vote. Otiminya ewo honum. In Eastern region, Bray Champo Chrome, Nanka knew very well that Dr. Bray Champo betimini Dr. Kennedy Japan. But the Korea said almost 10,000 over votes. And now, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Konya Eastern region. Then the Aba Ashanti region, 47 constituencies. Kennedy Japan was not able to win just a constituency in Ashanti region. Bosomoche, right? Doctor Yodi Chumetiminyae. Dr. Bray Champion Sumi Etiminya constituency back Wahanum. Under 45 constituencies no was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Kennedy Ohene Japan. In Ashanti region, Olusia, it was only in Central region. And Utimi Inyae, but of a yam de sene African proverb no. Wesi sudia akasembi edia fa inamfo. So only obi nama of a checking the loyalty.
Ade hwan you obi ama.
Obi ama But as sentiment muhano. Steka constituency. Nanka I know very mengas wo yinamo, but me can be see asem. So what kind of asem? Steka constituency. Now I know very well that Steka dear. when you talk about some of the people who play majority part of Canada Japan campaigner, and Konubetimi changes the fortune of Ashanti region. But in Shayaso, in his own backyard, you beat the hell out of him. Ewo in Shayaso. Offer, go to Ejoso. The Ejoso MP stood in for Kennedy Ohene Japan. But then the Korea say no, Ejoso so no, Kennedy Japan ain't me anfa ewo honum. Na yonko efutu constituency. Ehana mebeka ma asem no. But young Komobia, the minority leader in the parliament, Eddie afa election ya course. Senta producer bit ma bossa voice ne dia ma me na say bi dia ma yenkene kamani be jipa. Say me ka say every the past in African proverb no. What shall say different now for over. We now for so hwani mu na huni e papa e woni mu. Or say on ne Canadian Japan ayonko fa na edom mu nten offer. Nipa dodo anymore because we knew very well said there is no way say minority or supported the Kennedy, but because of the relationship that exists between only Kennedy and Japan, he was able to intimidate in a way.
We salute Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan for his passion, his firm belief in accountability, and his unshakable commitment to the ordinary Ghanaian. For me personally, this is a friend, true and trust, with whom I share a code. I believe that in this life, in all situations, loyalty to friendship is very essential. And man must not forget his friend, because there is everything wrong with a friend. My relationship with him remain unsoiled till time shall be no more. But I equally recognize, and he himself recognizes, that our party first. I am therefore happy to inform you as constituents that yesterday he graciously, without any prompting, talked to the flag bearer, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. It was a short chat and very hearty. He gave his commitment.
Right. Video no edi kobo bebre. Maestro.
Offer. Na yenhwe efutu constituency. The number of voter Canadian Ohene Japan yae. Producer Fato Somame. Efutu constituency kwa Canadian Ohene Japan. On nsem no kan no. Etam say African me there. And the washing in Christ, they say many will be number ye. Will be say Benas, ye na offer. Efutu constituency provisional election results. Canadian Ohene Japan enya 644 as compared to Dr. Brechampo 32 and the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 79. We had a lot of report coming from Efutu constituency say minority leader niche baby are all intimidating delegates no oba no high ni dia hwenim no abune ni ache say baby a okoto aba no fato eko number 1. It's almost some of the delegates majority of them 95% of the majority from the Efutu constituency they voted for Canadian Ohene Japan. This is a true friend, a loyal friend, without any manipulation, without any influence, was standing to the principles. I'm before Yokone who said, whether you like it or not, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia equal the machinery of the national executives. He has some of the important prominent people within the NPP. But Sandiaman intimate influence, but of us NPP for Twaba. Now say the headquarters the moment na headquarters in Besha say Twaba be swing one particular person extra the direction of the election. And we know Canadian Ohene Japan, the number of percentage that he had, 23% that he had as compared to the 18% that Dr. Brechampo Enyano is speaking two things at the Canadian Ohene Japan. Offer in the 2028 election I'm saying it here. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the flag bearer of the NPP. It will be a tight contest for him against any other opponent. It will be a tight contest offer. A tight contest because of say Jonah Jokum Kufuor in 1998 omuyi 2000 election against Professor Evans Fifi at times offer. Sa election sa okaya e second runoff. And sana yera Jonah Jokum Kufuor etimi win that particular election We are seeing some of these things as similarities at Basi in the 2028 election because the third term, no, your man Penny John Dramani Mahama, so new face within the NDC will rise up and face against the NPP. But of all, I felt say NPP, this was the maximum timer to show a replica of democracy. Say amanyosem na ye wo kromo hanom in Africa. So one of these people, and I say one of some, political parties who make sure democracy pa MPP, and they will show that particular thing very well. But offer also be doing komobi prophecy over then science data and then offer. Na you nkrofo bebre asebi omo prophesy make us nkrofo bebre, but then you nyaming nipa nkrofo bebre metima prophesy e dia che Ghana for say nipa aso mesi going and kibiti me wini, most especially me and Kasame Godfather, Prophet El Benadishon. Of our okay, so last time we didn't come, so for UGD, you catch him say, you a believer into UGD. But the Koreans and the vote changed, and most of the people were trolling him on social media. We onye bone, asem no kokai, nyamia asem no kai, and nambim, and onye bone. They've predicted a lot of things in this particular country, but intimiambim. It should be and chase conference Prophet El Benaso. He did what God sent him to do, and intimiambim. At the end of the day, the delegate of the NPP spoke, and they spoken very well to the extent said the NPP no ato Edema Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. But offer in 2023, he has 61%. This year, we have 58%. Yeah, they call 2024 election with 61% now. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, enya 1.7 million votes on ultimately that defeat now. They've been seen that in the history of the NPP. The ACI was 1992, 1.1 million votes of Prophet Edu Boahen, and then in 96, 1.2 million of Jonah Jokum Kofo of a Swati, President Swati 56. 2028 election now. Send the Besiako.
Right. And okay, common said the Asha said a betro say you will be bria de ebro officer break kopem say nundu ebebo. Daybreak and I de bro Fache TV. A brasso say good you know a hun 79 tenants na acquire local football. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Aka House of Folk. And okay a hun I would be bravo. Match.
Over Jozo.
Net say.
No one dem pa now so.
BBI okay.
Nyame
I love yen na agudi winsam no say na enkomo no etie. Foreign matches no say na ekọ local matches no ko say. Na unim ze niam no eyese ya na amfo bisa say na yen so a ya invest no. Ye niam ete say na me sure say no pe wo me yahu say de niam no ekọ.
The weekend investors for kakakra but our Ghana also about the bay.
Me Accra House of Folk supporter.
Okay.
Den pa.
The chairman there in Nambisa.
Ehun ya so bisa.
And the crop ya ni ade. Na kejezu mi nimbi.
Me na setna be ye den pa.
No the crop ya ekuno. Kejezu o yo kotoko. O timbe.
Minimum po. Me dem support man you no.
Na Ghana de oni bibia. Okay.
Then come over ya pa.
Apa, mezo mo do asene Real Madrid.
Oh, I see.
Me
the foreign mean support to team bia.
Oh, okay.
Me a disciple of Jose Mourinho.
Ti bibi obeku. Last time to we gra. Also we gra.
From bo amane.
Ati na o ka obi na o mo share na.
We are seeing na disciple back up. Me a disciple of God. And I'm saying a disciple of Jose Mourinho.
Obawati. Ebi but ano share na mo share no. Ya me adon ya ye draw no ye be san na mabo. E dey the Madrid so ye be tie on.
Oh, any problem. Yan training nru ho, eduru ho.
Mate.
Me ya sure say no pay, we be di ne ho nkomo. Ti ya ready.
Mate. Kwine them. Alright, ma wakọ abaye de ba fa che TV mre no na so se ba. Daybreak na ye de aguri mu se ba. Ebe rometi mere ma me dino Abu Diaby tetem so ye kom na ya bomodin etimi edin komodia na chesoro wani ichime nche nanka wafcon jumadi no jepene na etimi akoso na marathon no na ye resen ka Morocco mpata mona jumadi no jepene na etimi akoso as usual said the last year break here man groups no we ma group A yo Morocco Algeria, Senegal, Kenya, Group B, South Africa, Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Tanzania, NAFI, Group C, or Nigeria, Zambia, Egypt, NAFI, Malawi, Group D, Mali, Capo Verde. Teams are near ko ana mama ye ko akwako jama bo adwuma na aboa ma ne ma ko ye pere amama no na mun komo no e no do wani HM South Africa yeze ebeka 90 days ama ne wafcon no akoso no South Africa man no baba be represti omaya ye form Morocco as a host nation mun komo no na ne Iroma Deputy Minister of Sport, Art and Culture Peace Mabi ejamwe de ma South Africa man no wedi nkomo abomode de chichimu no etimi amese na obomode echichimu etimi de mai.
We took an opportunity that presented itself because we feel we have the necessary infrastructure and the support, of course, of hosting the WAFCON. When Morocco said we're not able to host South Africa, we said, yes, we are available. We're going to take it. Look, it cannot be debatable because we've just recently hosted a successful G20 where heads of states of different countries were here. So it tells you that in terms of hospitality, we are as well ready. We have the necessary infrastructure as well when it comes to stadiums. We've hosted the World Cup, the Soccer World Cup before, so we are ready. We can host it. Given the fact that it is in 60 days as well, we are not very much worried. We just have to put systems in place. From tomorrow, we will begin.
That's your lawyer, Commander Wani Chema, Mamena Pomodia, confirming the Amenity South Africa, or Deputy Sports Minister, Mamere Friend Peace Mabi, and Abomodia confirming the Amazing Morocco minor. Your margin say WAFCON no omuntimi enhusti apen omo South Africa e mo nsaso so mo aye ready so merena ometimi austi zanzo mo ewo niema hodo na ebeboa na etimi ama bibia akoyi kama peri amamo yefimu ewo ma no aso ye niemra ema meramu eni nkomo kakra komo no ewramu dia ye ready Ghana Premier League weekend result ye bomodi etimi record ye no Monday 21 na no edimpa na say na esi etia ye de ho nsem no ewramu etimi ama Nations FC omujo mo na so ebo mienu ema mediema etimu ba ko Vision FC ebo mienu ema Dreams FC etimi ehye mienu Saturday no matches ewura no Pando Heart of Lions ebo miensa Makrobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko etimu ba konra matches ewura no Karela United Shebako Emaho United soro entimi anshebi Heart of Komo anshebi Amabiche United anshebi Diana anshebi Samate soro entimi anshebi na Baseke Holy Stars ebo mienu ma Brekum Chelsea entimi anshebi biani Go Stars Shebako Emma All Blacks entimi anshebi na Young Apostles ebo miensa Emma 11 Wonders bobuku no enso entimi anshebi nture sere won common isietia Saturday no big game eje pene ekoso el Pando after the match no former Krobia Kumase Asante Kotoko mukocha ne ojamere ma Pando Heart of Lions pay pa your friend Bashiu Hayford ebo modie din komo akra na say na coach Bash after the win no ordinance Vijay.
Well, I think it was not an easy match. It was a tough match because we also prepared for it. They prepared and we also prepared. But at the end of the game, we see that we dominated play. And so we got the 3 points, which is very good for us because of how we were struggling for the last 5 matches. I think this one will ginger us up for the FA Cup and then the subsequent league matches. So it was a tough game, but we were able to manage it.
Good.
Yeah, but because if they pull one back, it's left with one. So any other mistake we commit, it will be draw. But that was what I was thinking of. So you saw me very furious at the listen, giving instruction because they were sitting back, allowing the protocol people to attack them, which was very dangerous. For how long will you defend? So I asked them to move forward, and thank God. In one of the moving forward, they got this and then there was a pull-out and then you connected it. Then I was happy. After that, I sat down because at least we have led comfortably. So yes, it was not easy when they redeemed one goal in my heart. So I had to stand up and force them.
That's a more command prepare for the Bash for the Bombardier Tuja. Nano Edempa to join here live on Fache TV. Abons and Pa highlights and on an Edaswa, Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Epem Supim Subianema, Ankoyi Entimi, Amfa Momoa, Pound Out of your set your Momo me Kamiensa, Emomo Etimu Bako, Coach Abdul Karim Zito, Ejaman Macrobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko in Chodia, a Romer Momo say, and on Sweden and Common, Ediche.
This is football for you. I wasn't expecting this score because seriously we prepared well for this game, and most especially the set pieces they scored with the 2 goals. Well, we've been practicing how to defend and how to attack on set pieces. So maybe today is one of those days in football. As I said from the beginning, I wasn't expecting this result, but this football for you. Look at our wide wingers. They didn't operate the way I wanted them to do. You understand me? But it's like, it will be okay till later on that I try to change, you know. Because it goes I easily score through the wings, and today my wingers did not do well. So that brought these issues all together.
That's a boy command the 2 chess or her near man ni the goals no more consider teacher no set pieces no baba beramo training ground so na omo a training on and on. But one see Ramusa and Rano so and our na no ne ringers no ambage manasuni no omo di otomi chomerena omo a concentrating aboa na bibia akoyi peri amono game back a course or UG Stadium Heart of Folk etra feri Bechem United edebo any game no ending in a draw. And also joining our Ranezubia, Entimian Posoni on Quatana, na a gamer, now no Edimpa. But after the draw, Coach Masu Didi Dramani, and so Kasesi, and all the Nesemo, Ejai.
I think that it's still not too good because if you say you want to put pressure on the league leaders, then you need to be winning matches. We need to be winning matches. We don't look consistent, and for me it's very, very worrying. And we need to
now about draft what was one lose with Dabi or their banesa and what you also mohena or more to tune in a Boama Bibia, a Koyerma, Cold Cabinet Misa, Jammer Bechem United, draw back a Babiano Wakra, say no, so no, it didn't command the chair.
With
yeah, it's a strategy. You know, when you are able to absorb the pressure from the opponent, who are thinking they will score the goal. So, being that they all set forward, because they know we are defending, but they don't know that it's a strategy. That's why we sometimes break through and for goal scoring opportunity. But unfortunately for us, we couldn't put the ball to the net. Yeah, you know, they beat us 3-2 over there. So it's our time to revenge. So definitely and surely, we also get our point at Bechem. Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks very much, Kwabena Misa, the head coach of Bechem.
Lawyer command coach for Kwabena Misari to your chess for Machia or the Ramo game no normal so defend it. Ne TC Wichia and I be TCH, but our money opportunity no to me and her and to me and share MVP Nico Edema center back friend Ali Mohammed and Ra. Na asibino oberuji cho commandi ye bibia kama pa after the game no seneraho arehoni nyina so manya point de na mom no omo ewene yanke beboa na afi game edom anim nyambo mo ne krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko Sunday week no say no bomo de din komo edefa
ahwe matwe a ebe boost ye ko so hwe bia da na league ne be se aji ntino na ye points so da kana kera catch up ba yanko pawdo me de opera e ba e ntino hwe a enya 1 point enya bad ti ko Kumasi de e promise fans ne say e ko fa victory order ba anya ize aso wa mu de na points na ye pen ti menya ntino hwe a ma so sad o hwe ya na like composure I woni mo e dru final third na se nya ni ye say de participant no like e dru as na ye prepare na ma pass no say call ma right person e nya ni ye to hwe ya na ma e find it difficult to final third.
Etiamo ye command ya branti finally Mohamed Abomodi etimera tuja. Ye re table after Monday 21 still Midiema Sporting Club Limited edikai. Omo 43 points, Diana Tosmiano 36 points. Hato Folk Tosmian 36 points, Go Stars also 36. Enumni Asante Kotoko omo 35 in CFC Samates omo sono 35 from son Pound out of France omo 30. Karela United also watche omo 28 points. And African Nation FC omo 27. Eduno Dream FC omo 26. Young Apostles Tosu Dubako 26. And African Bechem United 26. Basic Holy Stars Tosu Dumiensa omo 24 Vision FC Tosu Dunum Ekra 24 Brekum Chelsea Tosu Dunsia 23 na afi Dunso Hoho United Omonsono 20 points and Dun Wache 11 Wonders Omonsono 9 points Utumuzampa ano ID papa area mom Wahmane Mandida Yekra Entimi Enfama Yerama on it na yenin komo weekend ye Penema the CAF Champions League and Confederation Cup no matches na Etimi Erama na no Edia Yede Honsem no Erom kama Peri Amadiri Kano over CAF Confederation Cup result ya ball modern a record of the various centers Utumuzampa na ano Edin passe netie groupino ene team formo Maniama Junior no mubomienu Emma Vida Casablanca etimu bako Azam FC Eshebako ma Nairobi United so no entimi anshebe group C no AS Otoho Eshemieno Emma Singinda Black Stars etimu bako na face Stellenbosch FC omo anshebe Emma CR Belouizdad Ekokobo momiensa group D no Kaizer Chiefs Eshebako Emma Zesco United so no entimi anshebe ya ni no e matches Jepene Eruamore CAF Champions League no result no so ye ball modi etimi record ye senetie Al Hilal bomio Emma Mamelodi Sundowns etimu bako Young African Shebako ma Nadia Lali Eshebako na Aretico Petroleos omo anshebe ma Star Malien anshebe AFA Eshebako ma JS Kabili entimi anshebe rafi Simba SC bomio Emma Esperance Club de Tunis so no ebomio Pyramid FC ebomio sama RS Berkane and so intimi anshebe na River United so no anshebe ma Power Dynamo se kobo bako MCOJ ejo na so ebomio Emma FC Saint Elio Popo and so ebomodem etimi ekoko anshebe so e oroma na no edian yero won se no eromo so no etimi edi amount to join ya na El Ali any younger game no and na obomodem na wa enjoy highlights ne kakra na aboana ntutu no adeda ye kama pa so no etimi edi amo ede hu sesem no enso eromu so no etimi edi amo kama pa no fiwa weekend Austria Open no ewo tennis mo ejepene etimi ekoso na no edempa ba na asma the final result na Utumusa Spain akwara na ye friend Carlos Alcaraz no abomode etimi aye na de libim na we no e the final setter obomode de we ni djumade no yentie fele ne kakra. Atiano ye dear Japan to me a Ramant Muzampano, a dear papa, in a Spain ya quada when you're 22 years, a friend Carlos Alcaraz, a bomodi Jana Naso, a Buamane Madida Yepa, et me Eddie Amane de Hong Komono, a Ramit me Eddie Amana Mame result and Ankasa, o checking Novak Djokovic, 7-4, a Gini Dinama Timi Ramona, now no Eddie Pantino, Carlos Alcaraz, a Bomodia, Sini see a first sector, no, says to a querema, and in Novak Djokovic, second sector, no, says to a call, Edema Carlos Alcaraz, and afi third set no says free call Edema no na afi the final set no 7-5 request and ma Carlos Alcaraz na no Edim party a credit pin no free one aboa amana jijuma die ne sini na so bibia ekoyi kama pedema nanra after so mo presenting the trophy no etimi Edema no eno no ekasa se nani age se ne obo modi jijuma die no ono ankasa ne legend no say ni crew ni a ye friend Rafael Nadal eba babe support no na say ena Carlos Alcaraz ebomode edin common chair.
So it's the first I think the first time if I'm not wrong professional, because I know you were watching me when I was like 14 years old, so it's been a long time, but yeah, for me it's such an honor playing in front of you. We had great battles on the court, not too many, but for me it was it was an honor sharing the court, practicing, playing matches in the locker, and now seeing you watching my matches. For me, it's just a privilege, and thank you very much for being here.
The lawyer said, "Lord, you are more etimi erema pimpa." Your friend Rafael Nadal, this is a support no. Ya dear Boama Yama Koye Pedemano trophy presentation. Ya dear no. A Ramon no bomodian photo shoot no. A Ramanano edim panatamo ko. A kukucha no. A bomodi kitani trophy na. Alcaraz, a bomodi kasa krasi and also a bomodi ka editoaso.
The photo shoot, and then just still can't believe it that I just made it. Dream come true for me. Career Grand Slam, enjoying this an amazing moment, and yeah, I just can't forget about the support and the love that I received. Just the atmosphere were crazy. Just grateful. I really appreciate everything you're doing to me and making me, be able to live this trophy.
And the lawyer command ya Branton and Bomodi area to ya more nankasa. Ye transivia 3 p.m. a Ramo, etimi area Mizanze at the age of 22, Niema Oyeno, Novak Djokovic crack kasa, Quadano, or ya Quadan Fimbaroha, when ye the old Jumano Boniadia, ano Edimpa, Yamra Mamere 5 major leagues, result be a record the EPO, Yimron na Yenhe Kakra, na Yumuserenema, a C Eque major result ya, a record the Leeds United or more and Shebima Arsenal, Ekobo Mekano Makumako 9, Eri Martin Zubi Mendy Nonima Dweke. And after Vito Yokeris and a Gaba Jesus, a bomb de be a car Chelsea Bomiansa, Emma West Ham United, so 18 Mumiano Sharonson, say Chelsea a bomb de bomb Mienu. And Sana Moba Ababa Betty Tekano, Apomodietminia, the winning goal now, or one each Maja boring in your go no. First one at my West Ham United and Somerville, and the second one account in which in Chelsea, Jao Pedro, a Bomodi Inya consolation and Marco Correa, and so Inya equalizer no, and Sana 90+2 no, Enzo Fernandez, a Bomodi, Etimia Siligus no, Area Momo, Liverpool, Jomanaso Bercano, Marco and Naima, Newcastle United, so no, Etimu Bako, Anthony Gordon, Inya first goal no Edema Newcastle United 36 minutes and sana he go Iketeki Ebomodian 41st 43rd minute no onya 2 goals Serama Liverpool Franvert Edibi Count na afi no Ibrahima Konate after so Kokuja ne Papa Kwamba ye no Ebomodi 18 bi Ewuram Eboama tutu no Ekoye de Momo Aston Villa and Shebi Emma Brentford e Kokobo Mubako and a Man United nra Ejoma na so monso bom yensa Emma Fulham Boboku no enso etimu mienu and a Tottenham Hotspur enso bo mienu Emma Manchester City so no etimi ebo mienu a na no edimpa ne game back we be koso no 8:00 p.m. no Sunderland Boboku no e transfer no mo any team form Burnley etimi edi abani na nra Manchester Ewuram ni mu nkomo no eni Benjamin Sesko eba benya the winning goal edema Manchester United after the game no and on sini ni aje over time oba benya goal no ene sele ni emesi kwa ogiri say ya de pebwa ma ni amakoye pedema United Boboku no say na Sesko echeche ni nseni moriche.
Scoring at home, the winner, it's unbelievable. I've been dreaming about that I can do that, and yeah, it's unbelievable.
What does it mean to you? What kind of boost does it give you in front of the Stretford end? This is what the Stretford end want to see.
No, it's I think not just for me, for a whole team. It's just really important, especially because we're in a really great role now, and I'm just hoping and wishing that we can work harder like that, and win games.
But it's another late winner, isn't it? It's another 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's unbelievable. I'm really happy that I can help team like that.
Until no year, command Manchester United almost striker Benjamin Sesko. A bomb on the other 2 after so no, a Jan and also the winning goal na Boamani Mako Yepa, Edamama United, Spanish Premier Liga, resulta, your record, Yerena, and also some selected one, a Romer Farmer, Real Biedo, Eshe Bakoma Jurona, Entimi Antio Sasuna, Ebomianuma Biare, Ebomiano, Judy Lebenti, or more Anshibi Maretico Madrid, Sono, Entimi Anshibi Nafi Elchi, Etranfe Shebako, Emma Batrona Kokobom, Ekamiansa, the 18 on the 6 minutes, and Alami Yama. Enya the first goal Eko Ninim Kakra 29th minute no and Avero Rodriguez Enya equalizer and 40th minute no Ferran Torres Ebo Modinya second goal and Marcus Radford Jan Naswa 72nd minute no Obo Modi Timi third goal no episu Erema Barcelona result anra record Real Madrid Ebo Ekano Bienu Emma Rayo by Ekano and so Etimu Bako on the 15th minute na Vinicius Junior Enya the first goal na 49th minute no the Frutos Ebo Modi Enya equalizer game no bana we no 90 plus 10 penalty and Kylian Mbappe a bomb on the converted etimiere Real Madrid now no edimpada result no Real Betis she minima Valencia etimu bako Getafe and she be Masota Bigo and so and she be Narete Club Ebao el Shebako Emma Real Sociedad Shebako ne game bako e kosono Mayoka be Jomo nasono mo and Sevilla Edi Abuenia and no sono anobe di papa di German Bundesliga 1 or result and also weekend ye bomb modern a record ya and also is here FC Augsburg Bobo Korubomiano Emma St. Pauli etimu bakona Afrian Tranch Frankfurt so no share bakoma by no fear Leverkusen eko kobom ekamiensa game baku rom na mega SV ebomiano Emma Bayern Munich so no etimi ebomiano na face Stuttgart share bako ma Freiburg so no anshibi na fe team reform Dortmund ebomiensa Emma FC Heiden Bobo Kono so no etimi etimu miano tie no edi romo orwani echemo the French Ligue 1 result so your record the weekend series ekoye Paris FC ebomiano Olympique Marseille shemiano and Lorraine and so shemiano e team reform not so no etimu bako AS Monaco ebe karumba kumba na ma Stade Rennes so no entimi anshebi and Olympique Lyon sheba kuma Le Metropole and so entimi anshebi Angers sheba kuma metin so no entimi antena the big game etimi eramu enrano Strasbourg sheba kuma Paris Saint-Germain kokobo bienwa na no so na no edim papa itansi weekend result and also your record say ni siete bobo kwa from Napoli ebomiano ema Fiorentina bobo kono etimu ba na Kaakyire 6Am ebe Kanama Hela Verona and so no entimi anshebi Torino esheba kuma Lecce so no anshebi na Cremonese omo anshebi ma Inter ekokobo mienu na afi Parma so no esheba kuma Juve ekokobo mekano makoma ko 90 transfer wiana yere mo na bewramo etimi edi amana na Jeremy Jacquet na report na link to team reform Chelsea the ayetete no HS 70 million euros every mama ne obe join bobo ko reform Liverpool the as ne na Jeremy Jacquet bibia de dia obo modern ababa be sign bibia na ne ma de ye pass no etimi area man no echi no menya nte yeze Mamadou Sarr so no yeze Chelsea for recalling no anope no so beba ababe ramu e wo London oba wa baba e medical na fape obe sen fi Strasbourg bobo ko no o maso ya se aba ababe rama bojumeda ma Chelsea mreniti no yemfa agudie mu 7 pm on Daybreak ene of abesi aba betrance na de akedia ato aso kama pa so no etimi area man bibia enso etimi adeda de nti e bada ho na ya bomodin akwere about no Daybreak esa ato aso de amami dino Abu Diaby yedemasi
kopem se nondu ebeboti se de mabo wamane no anope de won kracha no se de yensa aka no ye ne mu ebeche ne pepepe eno achi no ye bema wakwanya na oni mampani edi nkomo ene mampani nkasa anope. The Ghanaian Times this morning says MPP retains Bawumia. He calls for party unity, rebuilding, restoring discipline. The Ghanaian Times, there's also another story that says President Mahama launches Share Park Resource Hub in Upper West for value addition. These are stories on the front page, the Ghanaian Times.
Okay, yeah. Ghanaian Times, the Obokrata said the Brako Jacken Kaibro for no share banner headline na NPP Amanyokuno and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and sense no much said the 2023 one to about Emma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no ma sign ageno to mubim se wanya frank tuni no so akasa e dia fa party ne nkabo mu se won mo ebeda hohyeso ma pedi ye discipline na timi aboa ma ekokese ya wo mo 2028 no bibia akoyi ama wo mo mampani John Dramani Mahama so Share Park ne nyina ye nim se nkutodie Upper West region atifia toye mantemu wo mo edo no bebre wo ho enti o de Share Park no abasa de be ya won mo wi a obetumi ada dani na ababo e de ama won ma ewo atoye mantemu.
The National Voice this morning. The National Voice newspaper says Bawumia wins big, secures decisive victory in MPP's presidential primaries. Still on the front page of the National Voice, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo speaks. Akufo-Addo congratulates Bawumia on MPP's flag bearer victory.
Okay, the National Voice, the Obokrata made the etwaswa. Na eno so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na de wono mo a wo masem edadwa so aye MPP amanyoko no fi se memne dade e course we no se Bawumia edi nkunim bum ewo MPP flag bearership race e course so memne da no emo ena afi National Voice krono an so se Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo mampani dada wono so ama Bawumia amopa ewo aba one more course so ni nkunim die ya wanya ewo monti. The National Voice the Obokrata no emu ensem enono.
We continue with the Chronicle newspaper, and the Chronicle newspaper says it's Bawumia again. Its possible spirit reigns. The other story on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper says police refuse 120k Volta cocaine bribe. These are stories on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper.
Bresusem the Chronicle the Obokrata was say Bawumia biem o Bawumia biem. Sa it is possible ebetumi aye hot spirit no assign akenya ne ho ewo 2026 yimu ebiem enti Bawumia na de ewase no rafajo possible.
I don't possible. Say esi ana.
Yay.
Esi.
Okay, esi mom.
Ade Ghana heya o.
Police.
Ghana heya.
Sa. Enketo ayukura ye di ona kese.
Na kire say still police asoye no. Ye wo akuku damfo ye wo won a wo ya tene fo.
Enkatia kakra bi na enye no na abefra papa na mo omudi
say ya na. Se de bia kraman ena nipa kana e de asemba. Nti de bia sa na tie police no ye guso a wo nkrofo mu a wo mo bom ho mode anu bi na no pay Chronicle newspaper kan ho asem no. Yo
Chronicle say na say prosifo eche cocaine bi ewo from Mantema ye Volta region na ni wura ne fa kuntu na se asenka obema prosifo na demudi a eye bribe 120,000 Ghana cedis na nka ebia cocaine wo maje mu de na ade ama no na ba bia wode akoso we dia prosifo se sunne sabi mpredua safa musu okọ emfa musu obia emetete yen sika no yempe entifakọ esidia ya da prosifo ase ene yewura tete yo no omo bo adwuma
kai se yebema wakwanya ma wonso wafre na one mampani adi nkomo ne ha wo wase ye ho ba bia wote no enkomo ewo ho bia wo pese mampani ti no anope yebema wakwanya na one mampani adi nkomo ansana no yenko the New Center newspaper has stories that says Bawumia survives the storm. There's also a sad story on the front page of the New Center that says Ghana's road of sorrow kill 8 people daily in accidents. There's this other story, still political, and it says Brian's rise threatens Ken's presidential bid. It's a question on the front page of the news center.
News center say enano memene da asoche bofa MPP amanyoko num nanso Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wagina brane asoche no watumi edi so ama sese nkunimdie aba amano ena wose Ghana ya kwantem pon Ghana kwantem pon ya ekum nipa etotwene da bia dai tina kire se nkuntabuo no ena wono ma yese anye bia dako enipa nwoche ena nam kan kwanhia mu efrimu ewo Ghana ya kwantempon so ya rehosem kese pa esese empanimfo hye na wonum etu ho anamom na omo bisa news center ebisa se aso Brian Champon ya wo yiniti afi ewo MPP presidential primaries no Kennedy ohine Japan aboni hu ana athreaten no trese a shaking no baby adaache se koba se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kra ni ho biemu a wo mu mienu no Brian ebetimi ahwiri edi Kennedy eso enkunimu ana enti eno so news center de obokrata no ne wo bisa eno no
Ebreso na one mampani edi nkomo a numbers a wetimi afreso no eni 020 633 4747 020 633 4747 and 020 633 4646. When numbers are Ebreso na one mampani edi nkomo a obetimi afre na one mampani edi nkomo. The Daily Gist anopay Daily Gist edi nkomo no abre and Daily Gist and semben ena oka the obokrata bia ni hwa anopay waba one can Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eho asem into the Daily Gist newspaper and so edene de aba na enkoma Daily Gist newspaper edi eni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia MPP elects Bawumia for 2028 polls with 56.5%. There's another story that says confusion rocks NDC over decision to bar Mahama appointees from party positions. These are stories on the front page, the Daily Gist.
Daily Gist and so at the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia MPP amanyoko presidential primaries see na no memne dano ebi enam na ose Bawumia edwo hamunchemu aduonum nsia atriponum 56.5% ena edi nkunim ewo MPP amanyoko no aba wo mokoso ena wose NDC amanyoko no nso ensem bi eboboba na empanimfo ne bia ye won madwene se John Dramani Mahama His Excellency na appointees a wone wo mo ebu man ewo sa na memu etosum yenu imo no daachi bia no NDC amanyoko no abato obi pempen so ba ya ma wo mo kwan ema wo mo pre party positions enti ya confusion akwafa oyo nepa aba ya ene anopay Daily Gist the obokrata no abomu amane a wunya bi na okenkan a ubehunu confusion no ba bia efriba.
Let's continue with the Daily Guide this morning. The Daily Guide newspaper says MPP flag bearership race, Bawumia grabs clear victory with 56%. There's another story that says I missed my prophecy going for counseling. El Bernard, Nensem, I don't know, the Daily Guide newspaper.
Daily Guide the obokrata no ena yede toaso na Bawumia enkunim die di anopay said de bra Kojo aka no obia ebo ho amane enti eho asem ena eda ho no ye nka ne bebre na osofo El Bernard ya wokoshe nkom se de nyame yi a kire no ena wo ka ede a kire na safo ma se ensida emamuda said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebetimi edi NPP amanyoko no enim wase agi se MPP fotimi makraman sabi abo kraman ofuntaban no otu anya sa de a said nyankopon aka kire no trodo sa na besi memne da no Bawumia entimi meye flag bearer na mom eye Kennedy wohene Japan ena eniema etene ye abato no achi a ena El Bernard aba abontene ena wose wo pacho prophecy no said it was kan no amane sa wayem fonso ti Ghana fo mfa ne bone enche.
Yemfa, the Ghanaian publisher, the Ghanaian publisher this morning says MPP picks Bawumia for 2028. Minority leader hails Bawumia's victory, calls for unity, and NDC applauds MPP's well-organized election. The Ghanaian publisher.
Ghanaian publisher, the Ubokrata no na yadi etwa kra na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni nkunim die ehwo asem ewo mom ena minority ya ewo emrahye bedwafie wo monso abo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia abaso ewo ni nkunim die ya eno so ekọ ede ema no ewo na wochi awieye abato no emoni afoforo bebre a eba anopei ya Ghanaian publisher abohu amani
ebraso se woni mampani edi nkomo nti se why ready na ne mampani ebeka sa anopei a yenso ya ready se yebetio na ensem a wo mampani no ye ne wo edi ho nkomo 020 633 4747 020 633 4747 and now 020 633 4646. Ofreya ya no bedi nkomo na mampani nso atewo nsem no ansa na obeba no maestro se ohwede obon krata no ene se de wo mudi nkomo no na wo story bi a wo hwese beba anopa we hu wode obon krata bi mu ana
de na me hwese beba na nyina na ba ofa de na me hwese beba na nyina na ba na ade ba ko a ebetimi atrend pa na no pay no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia massive winner wetimi enya no wo se mididi nkomo no bedi nkomo ka che wo se ohwe kwan afa so win na it is abruptly a massive win for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and no man here right now as we speak a superior candidate that the NPP can easily relying on him in a sense that when it comes to the NPP going into the 2028 election he can easily win. Na me hwe ni membu na me bi mu e wa hanom na me hu se Musa Dankwa asan so release in sembi kakra won tentan video no se nkampu nka Kennedy ohine Japan e wini ya
anope ma me ne ofrefo di kan no eni nkomo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Openi at say
Kamnadimo ja
ya de nyame ase anope ne mampani nkasa
ya ban mpaka ana baka me kata ne Kamnadimo
eti dum radio no ana u TV no na fe yeni nkomo se de be ya mete won kana nso obete menka
abale to le mabeli na ba abafanti
ote menka fe yentiwe.
Yeah, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Right. Yemfa ofrefo a ono nso ediso eba. Why ready a ene mampani enkasa anope. Maestro.
Good morning.
Right. Unua bi nso aba opeso ene mampani ekasa. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Openi da ho de na ene mampani nkasa.
Abubakar ko mi aso.
Mampani tio.
The American say your friend is saying no ko mi aso na ko mi aso mi fi ame wono. Bona bi ben mi fi ne te say this year open so event asama o wo di fi. It's when so mra mi 2 to the border na border no ha ma ge pa ben mi fi. The pachopa ki be da ma bia ko no.
Yes, you that's anope minim se de ye te wonka no won wo kwa no nso ete wonka anope ofrefo a waba no bodi en na fe yenti o ene mampani nkasa.
Hello.
Memo ache.
Meju so mampani.
Anope ene mampani nkasa.
Pacho Martin. Your friend Georgina free Abripoy Subontin. Anope die many are the most obvious amoye nyina ho. Nyame nka mo ho. Anope ya ne mehu se master che de bomb pie ye beta amochi. Nyame nka mo ho. Bye bye.
That's anope ze oni edi nkomo. Wonso o nkomo bi a obetimi afre na oni mampani aka ho asem 020 633 4747. Ofrefo a wafre ya anope ene mampani nkasa ye fre o sen. Right. Hello, good morning.
Pacho, good morning.
Down where did you say, and I'm for any man penny in Casa?
Pacho, me didn't get wrestler, me can free the man.
President Mampenia, a crowd with you.
Pacho, the man who put back of mine, and put to those and upon no more to other person. It's a modern so fun to her. Cause I can say, you know, for to be any foot for nothing happened. What's a coin? Be a foot.
Okay. Yate mi jidi se mampeni ate. Mampeni ebetu anamon na ni DC ya oho no nso wahwe na watu anamon a esese otu yedase anopei. Ebra o hwe yen no onso obetimi afollow yen on our social media platforms, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram and TikTok nyina no onsa ebekan. Fache TV na o hwe yen wo so Daybreak Jumedie and I de ebro ofrefo waba anopei ene mampani nkasa ye fro sen
Sefreme Michael nkasa fi de kufundia sushan
ye die o mampani aye krado
like the pattern in streets like to walk from Kufufu Free or you call Jimapo Sushan Aqua no in street like one a white and I see a economy looking so then be all the 18 one at the other trust near maybe one team here by more being smooth on then I'm
Yansu dase anope mi gidi ye se mampani munsem no ye befa no pepepe. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Right, minyi ni se ote yanka. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Openi down when you
I friend you man kase pra Gregwa.
Alope ya ni mampeni nkasa.
Me no mampeni kasa se edana se pa MC na wi ma Gregwa ha no oye oba no obodwuma o ha pa. Ye dan o mampeni ase. Se dwuma wo ye bia no omo ano ma wonye wi. Sita wi na no yi man Gregwa pa no ma pensa.
Yedase anope se ugusu a ohwe onso obetimi ne mampani akasa. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Right, 020-633-4747. 020-633-4646. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Openi down where the nene mampeni nkasa.
Vajo FM na yo sinai Club. Hello.
Yetie wo ene mampeni nkasa.
Vajo me wa bisim dada e kwan bi o won be ato an mi do nyame futuro pa. Futuro bisim dada futuro pa mo de kunya wa ha nti mampani ma ye hu bi ma.
All right. Yedase alope udie ayese won a what is Santase runabout na womo call Bekwa runabout no omo hawo ni bi na ato migidi se mampani se de watie wo mo no obeba bitie wo nso. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
To say hello. Right, obetimi a friend 020. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Mr. Wa ofre wi a dwom u TV no na tie yen na obete nkomo no na nso wa kire adwen. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Openi down where the na afa ne mampani nkasa.
Pacho the humble na kasafi akona trade.
Mampani tio.
Pacho from Aguna Swede to Aguna Sabah. Almost 12 good years in your kind of assay cry Sunday. And it's all been ya so moved, but
Woman Yahoshi Amana ho Kadim Pa into your threat, some penimboa, like Oma Bede, almost no more your coin my.
Yeah, that's an opay. GD is Mampeni Bisuana as Utu and the DC chief executive, and so I the SSA. Oh, yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Down where the enough any Mampeni in Casa. Your uncle Domietio Mampeni, I crado.
What would you? So I know Mopay Omapina to my. Say the two much of drivers. Get the baby, the police wants to see just open up by the Panania. Who get Yana or Yana, there's a war in the Maya. Yeah, who is up? The secretary, get you for Mama. Everybody can have a Kevin Swatch, police swatch. It was a way of an arrow. What bring out man bring up on what you be.
Mate, BGD is a Mampeni Utie and T. Obedin Command for Frefwa Uchato. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Lovely.
Open down where the Nafi and the Mampeni in Casa.
We are offer pattern here, Masuma Santiman, Kufiat, not a coach. Only I don't tell you, my mama basso and media, papa, American war, do media, so many papa. Only the American company.
Kufiase for line, a Katiana.
Hello.
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 Open your tongue.
Hello.
Me and you.
Hello.
Okay. Me jidi se ono adena or heno onti enkan yi. Obi wa homa so a yebetimi afa no no na ebetwa to anope ye ne mampani enkomo no. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Open it down where the enemy mampani in Casa.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Let me go to you.
Daddy boat yentie we.
I'm standing up or Ajimapa. What? My God, I can't do it. That's it for. Ini baako na misafa ọmọ mpanyin de mesra na nyama the fantastic you know the friend is area contact na dawuma on hwe na ekwan no seniors asere no oge no ni mai and I get to skill so you interchange na oswa no ọmọ mo je no na me ha de mo no ya me NPP ya bada you want to be the person about the year before, but what you know, and to get up, market or Santa market or so, or more than them. It's with you, but you put to be I can't deny it. And then she have a power.
Yeah, that's it. Anope se onso oni mampani edi nkomo. Kachi, okan swame runabout interchange na eho asem. Enra akwesi day regional minister ekoye ebo yewura amane se eyanamo a NDC aban no president Mahama ehwe se wo mo betu e de na ebeka kire won a wo swame no
swami yaje ho anya no sometimes se u twam wo ho na ebedru baabi no hu se nchense na giagu fom na say there has been virtually nothing our my and wha nti nchanse na wo mode je ho tetetetetete no de amfaso na abaso amaye enti say regional minister akotache on that ewo otumfu animu a ye besere wo said the ora ne kan ye no nipa bebre hwa animu se anya bianka Ashanti region ade ka interchange ba akopɛ na nkese said the then NPP said the Asanteman eye wo mu fie kase ka wo mo ye mayen e na amfa Baby or Mosha see na nkoyie enti owura na ofre last no wasese wo mutumi ya wo MPP ni so wo bedane akoye NDC ni na kire se asanteman ani ku sa interchange ne ho obi a hwe ni mu se won mu beye na etumi aye fe se de aye nkran de bebre no enti yesre Ashanti Regional Minister se wo mo boso de a wo mo nye na ache dodo
Maestro kakra na adebeka ho afrefo a wo frey ene wo mo haw
ma menka interchange no ho ase because me tell say ofrefo na kasa na mani ajepan offer in the past 8 years what the enfan say the last 8 years of John Ajokum Kufuor you know see Sofoline interchange o si ne one complete no okoye wasan so make sure so be flyover e wasafo over in the last 8 years na that don Kufuor and na pamfo betina akonya so they were not able to complete Sofoline interchange is one year complete you now so o ba be yimpuntu dwuma de amasantemaya over krum ha MPP omo backbone pa ya Asante Mantemu a se unya Asante Mantemu na se unya Eastern region na se bia unya Greater Accra kakra enya Western region kakra MPP can easily come to power now no election ye ko yi sankenya high turnout e wa Ashanti region enka easily Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebitimi winning the presidential election debintia Ashanti region thought it why say after all that they sacrificed for the Ashanti people and also for the NPP as a political party, they were not able to do some of the infrastructural development over here. Krofo market. Now no wonder, and a year John Dramani Mahama, and then the vice president, Bible catcher, you say, Krofo market, a Kofo shares, say, Usino.
All right. Or say, yeah. To do that as seminar, amen. I wish I for the one cat on some iron, sir, a kind of a mampany common or ye de and no esi. Ye dying home, ye ba, ye bet. Samuel Pine, a young guest that anopay yanino 18 como, and cobebia, ye basisia. And then they did that cry, and they had the Daybreak Jumedino Ebro, Fache TV. Oko social media platforms, so Facebook, Fache TV. Oko YouTube, Fache TV. All the other platforms, Fache TV. Onsa Ebekan also. Anopay, the former mayor of Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, the Honorable Samuel Pine. And Anopay, Edin Komo, the New Patriotic Party in Kunim Dia Abba, and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, one no, Yanino Edi Hong Komo, and no echi, yete, say a yadea, obeko akopre a national position. Ye baby san hon sem, na fe Kumase Mpuntu Hon Semno, Yanino Bedi Hong Komo, saying, and Uhuno, Anopay, Openi, Yamuakwaba.
Yo, Mejoso.
Yeah, that's it. So say, when the first personality, you know, Edi Juma or Fache TV Daybreak so.
I mean, so crab is when Damas say more family as the first personality of Daybreak. Now, TV need Fache.
Aye.
There was a lot of significance. Say, Nema SCA, Yadibeche. Yadicha, we did this a baby and Namon to I be to see a dear Koya Nimono, and also a Bayer Kama. Nti won a hwe yen nyinara obi nso ho a okọ kitchen but wa ma volume no koso a wotie no ye mo bia achi no na mo bia so afisi apa mo work some ha. I like the setup. I'm just say mo be koso no ma ye ejuma no so ye to the benefit of obia na yam fi ani nkosi fa akon na mo yam ye ni no entrim na nko baby
unhu sa
na sem
ene ma wudi bibia acha
ene ma agora ne yede
wudi bibia acha me
na so nya bibi
Anopay yen hwe the New Patriotic Party party no eboaboa ne ho akoyi flag bearer enkomo a ebaaye ene ande memenda no se de adwumadie no ekoye no megidi se yen a ye wa abonten no ye beka se the New Patriotic Party abo won ho modern mo amwo party nim ene se de nema no ekoye no sen ena ohu no
medikan memfa abasobo emma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia elections so me mako elections pa 1992 August the party here hihye nya no the first elections here was the ward elections that time no near use ward they are contested for the ward secretary was 7 voter for Swabe consensus that time no near nchi mu amatafo nti omo na Swabe nti omo timi na me was 7 no na takwa makro anumanye kwanta anumanye fie enti na ye ho me fan say sub metro edisa na nam ye secretary to the party e call contest na wie ye no ba red that time ye boy the biti wo mu nya nipa for biti wo mu nya red jai the Kojo and this they tell you say contest be any ha ye ketwa nti ye bebo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia baso na nipa nan a ekaaye eye nyamadafo ni honorable Ken Japan Dr. Brian Champon Dr. Bichum engineer former general secretary omunyina nso no so do hu be kose yanto so aba Kojo enye mremremre sa
ye de buoni ni die mam
apart from that emunku to krane ni nasefo tu ye wo de hu ko se yanto so aba wiase nyina ehwe omso abom hu modern eye me de said the outcomes in the history of Ghana if 1992 to date there are lots of presidential primaries menka MPP nko NDC no nyina ka ho ne atin samwa eba ebi twintuo ma sekan atwade but we say all the 277 polling centers I been you breaking no me ebe 33 no ya ntiso bi atwen atrimpo se we de kobo bi tu be a me call around nyina no me call ye no all the candidates all agents the cordiality party for no when you say do ni say obia wo baby ogina wa kwa nkoma no mudi almost 3 kambom di asabu ensayam timu say eye kama pa mebo election committee no abaso ye radio wise any committee no abaso pa o ma ye adwuma na mani aso pa along the way no semba ku be mu a na me hwe the principles of justice and inclusiveness na ho anya me de but no na no ne jo no adi nkomo na so am granting interview say o be hwe the recommendations a o de beba no o be kan hye me kan project asem no nti wo ma ya de pa national party no the regional parties the consensus parties so say aba no ya to na the consensus level
that's right
nti ekrofo bi ho a mo so ebo a me hwe ye o mo so no ye mo wo ma ba so electoral commission baby anu ase me kotuma ba me nda ko me din ba me nsa o mo etie me e hwe no o mo ntie ne ye enye se bia ye repeat campaign me nsa me din ba the list of national council members because me a member of national council and me din ba the list of former party officers because I'm a regional secretary and me din ba former MMDCs if say na me mayor nti bi din ba me nsa and no nkyere me say meto aba no me nsa nti I opted say meto ewo national council we catch a easy for no said this is what I want to do. I want to say yes, that's the right thing that you should do. Into amoya bebo mabaso because they did not condone. So bia nka ebetua enkululu na ko say na ko fansam bebre abami mus betiwe obi pe kakra meye no de akwa ne kakra kaka. Nti na je say ya into amuso no ye bebo mabaso. Ghana Police Service they provided security. Though it was incident free, you know, omo presence no so was enough to deter people Wambese kombeye bibia emfata ebebo omuso abaso honom and the delegates na kasa party of this I'm referring to them as delegates kokotoaba the toaba ni yomnya delegates polling station executives coordinators consensus officers patrons council of elders former executives I don't mean refer to them as delegates but ya toaba na wie omuso no comportment said omo ye omo ho ebaye no omuso no they were born so abaso. Nti it was peaceful. I liked it. Maniaji. They would say that they ran up to it, no some tension be a buyer and then uncle for who said that bread the marquab be a trim and as if for no uncle sir. We know Dr. Baumia campaign. That's a marquaka. Now not in a saying bad bass and tibe. You know, say I can't fool yam. Atamfo a no mo susɛ ka BBC BBC and sit a bedo biase obia oye involved in it all the campaign teams no asam kakra bi run up to wait no na buyer na ye mo bi na nye de na said dem penufo kan ye no nka fiachi ni ambofo no na kutwa wo nso okaso okotiti mu kase a wanhwe a wama asan akotu ekro no but the mesre busuya na ekuhia bibia ye bia yemfa wenyi asuasem ebia sida yabeko yanim no me ma bibia mu ensi enkoka se we de abusua asem no me finsuase ba na mbeka se denchem awua me nam ne denchem tinsuo na se o correct ntu ka se denchem awu no bi begia di ebia na wo ka se odi benya edin bia nya nim bi nti na ma akoye ne sa but emwa nti yenso yenkasa yen kasa bia kan ya koyie no chede ne TV fache dem fanche na wo mo ye be pa won so mbehwe se be sisi nsem kitenkite no wo be yi wo madwuma ni yie e ma prepare aba na putoye mu so aba the bia me can say a stronger party builds a stronger government and now opposition so are stronger puts the ruling government on their toes. Until say yanke ho amum ni anya dia ye be di Ghana frabro e bi se niam bi wo ho a ye nka hwe afini ensam asi o ensam koso pa enye
e Ghana
yes ena de enya bu enya be ka ye nyamren kan ye nyamren kan ena no deputy chief of staff sumpro soja ni sumehwi wanya obi na so soja nka nti bobo so mo wi sa ai oni president na wenyina na ye election ti obi anka ho asem nti mre na dunti se ya wie no afie na se ya dia ya so ye de aboma Ghana mamu no akoso yie nti ya do bibiara ase na going forward no de beba no da bia ese ba bia behwe ase no hwe de ma hwe ase e bia na edunsi ne bi e fata se tu dunsi na ase ana yemfansi omugusu na yini mfifiri na ba hu se bia bi wo ho ana kwadu bi hu no na uti aso uyi hu no afiri ho ana kare Yesu ano na mo na mdin samono no na ya na on se bia sensan mi nu aye no na makobo ba kopo aha wuni na kobo mpa obe so bi na akwa na criminal fo eti ye be don sensan no ana we say nyina be boa ma going forward no your party no your next elections we are na anything will be guided by the see ina na mompa ya so yatu afa ho no ma bibia so akoya ma new party
yenhwe numbers no na mudi nkomo boy amane say every time bia no party no de obi kona nkuguo eba won ma na kwanya ma otoa so say ohwe figures no a ye ma na kwanya ma o contest bie wa ne numbers no ekosoro but ohwe memenda die ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia figures no eba from eye bibia mu betimi akire mu senti a eye sa
ohwe no edi so sa na beka no but in reality no enya sa na tie
at the same
also election be on the dynamics the last time no one on the contest impulse ben ne bamo this time ban one on the contest impulse ben ne bamo obi say bi nia Dr. Abraham Champon for instance hwe force odi bamo o hwe Dr. Bawumia the last election so nya 118,000 this time we 110 plus we say he lost about 8,000 Era Canada Japan the last election so nya 79,000 okay this time round he had about 40,000 or 46,000 and to also lose about 30,000 votes accordingly e bi ko Bawumia ho e bi ko Brian Champon ho nti ma dynamics no esisa nti nyese say the competitiveness of the whole issue no what is important is say the owuni ye no the appeal no e cut across the whole country 16 regions he won 14 okay
that's a good signal
14 and Brian Dr. Ewini Volta and Honorable Ken Ewini Central. He tells you that even the Volta and the Central Volta say Dr. Bawumia plays second per the ranking. Central so sir. And he tells you say the appeal no cuts across. That is the most important aspect of election na yekoe. In tanko say bioma obi anyima no ko bin pese me kansam dada se kaso ekramuni ano yesrimuni ene nasefo no efi srem abeti kompoa no efi baabia awia no epie ekotin be atoye ni nyina no onya obia support it tells you say madia ye no omuni with 56% a drop of percentage terms as in the last elections but the appeal no across the country no uniform that bebia no na the most important aspect
going forward because ya to aba no awie MPP and sheshaya etoso no den
unim enkrofo ye mistake be about the ye obinum say bottom top down approach there's nothing like that
Samu
Kojo nyabotre na minchiro mu ye party no ye wo election miensa ye wo election na ye di yi party officers and ye wo election na ye di yi members of parliament and ye wo election na ye di yi ye presidential candidates there a time bound ya hise say enfie na biara ese to aba eji sankrofo no eye party officers
okay
party officers no And no na started 1992 near you the war system. And I'm kind of saying me the contest as war secretary. If in 1998 eba the use the current system now a year polling station of which I was a chairman. Some of the war secretary 92 to 98. And I'm somebody polling station chairman from 98 to 2010. And son of a regional secretary.
Regional secretary.
And this is you know the minimum.
Only move.
And the young more kind of someone, Yana Transia, man say Crawford, distorted party. A ho na abem. Enya ho asem. Nya ho asem ho oba fie na di hu ne na otwekura rutim be fie ni.
Tamam.
Yeah. They ya ukofie bi sa papa wo mde ya titu ma sante ma mremu nim ka oba ka kiro say ho oba fie ne. No ye obo na brabo ye na wotwe na atwemi no otimi be ye busuani.
I see.
But as one maker, there was an election na the polling station for. And no ye every 4 years. Say election no one ye the coordinators. No much serve 4 years. Now woman be to about a constituency officers for 4 years. Now constituency officers now be to about regional officers. And also here for 4 years. No man be to about constituency officers, regional officers, and others, no, so be national officers. And the duration, no, 4 years. The last election, MPP move for officers was 2022. Until this year, and I year 4th year, election. No. When it comes to your parliamentary elections, now, you were Benwa, you were Mraya, the two, Wamuswaba. And it doesn't follow the 4-year system. A bit me they be a year to the general election, no. Yet me to about parliamentary candidates. There be a war a fan consensus, there be a MPs, no. Yet me to the 2 years. And follow 4-year system, no. Sana you war a presidential election, no. The constitution nature say you were Benwa, Emre say, you near Benwa, Emre say. Obakaya, you call Sunyani. You have been your to President Kufuor Mabano. First one, 96.
96, yeah.
96. The next one, you're 2 years to Naben.
98.
How many years?
2 years.
Now, you're 2 about a year polling station for a year album. Then 96. The next election year was 2010, and I'm the regional secretary. And the in between, no, and no one can top down approach. And instead of a narrative, no, you can't suit your personal interest and so forth. Until let's set the record straight. Momontia se who said the Obisaya no. Party nishishe ye mono. You were maybe a twaba, especially when it gets to party officers, officials, from police station to national chairman. One their party officers no. Woman Tiam from who delegates are me and name you. And no more Jumani delegates no. One more Jumani party, no Juman, so a party officer at the polling station. The chairman, the secretary, the organizer, women organizer, youth organizer, the choir amendment, no. Yeah, the communication officers and our research become. Na Omako 7. Into when no party officers at the polling station, then the coordinator become home.
Okay.
The coordinator no the electoral area. No abomu wono. And the NCA, you know, Yashisha said, baby, I want more than 10 polling stations biano. You 2 electoral area coordinators.
Okay.
To woman party officers at the electoral area which contains the polling stations. And suddenly back regional constituency officers. They are constituency officers. And suddenly about regional officers. And suddenly about national officers. National chairman, NAT. And suddenly general secretary, general administrator of the party.
I see. Uguswa Ohe or Fachi TV, Daybreak. And I de Ebrel Anopay, the former mayor of Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, the Honorable Samuel Pine, and I know Edin Komano pay, watch the new Patriotic Party in Shisheye, and a Omo Komwenimi near Omo Beye Kai. Say on YouTube, Ubinyayen Woho, on social media platforms, on Facebook, Ubinyayen, on messages Nina no my ensa enka, ebra yaneno Edin Komwe. Yabetradring, na unswadring tra or the abano. Yaken kind, ama man saying na ahe. Sam, yen share enkomo a yet no, party no ebeko akotwaba. Ya te se yade a obepese national executive positions ni bi no obepre akonwa no se de yet no sanete ana.
Kojo no kre. Na on se me maye party adwuma che. Nti ya na party no mra no bi disopa. Menim se party no de na sie ni so na memenda yekoyi free ho no. They say no afe na de nkrofo catch a bottom up no aye free polling station and san no eno na ye be ye ho ye no na ye the party structure no eno na ma decide say nyame boa na party no bie kwan a mekwa contest the vice chairman of the party national level.
I see.
Eno de ma ye madwene sa ansa no me madwene no before election 2024 I say we mean can publicly that benne na ye first that will be show yi amene first politician veteran so no meka
me das
me president Akufo-Addo she ai komodiem enam ka chen say Mr. President say nyame ya dum ne we ni election we ya me nyi executive position yim Obisam say why you are very competent. You can be a very successful minister. Why? And I'm saying, Mr. President, a stronger party builds a stronger government. That's your party leadership. Womu wonim die no ewo se akoma pa edima party no be kura ne meya aban bia no a party ne ni beba no aban ni begu ti me nko me contesting national election. So wow, this is the greatest news I've heard over several years. Tinuma yema dwene no ato wadada because me hwe party no. Let me who say the country or no from the word fascist num. Apart from that, you know, enima mabeye. I've been a communicator of the party since 1998. That any large signing no excellency you see what you know. They have been million every Saturday morning near Wapaki shoes. That time Nikwe Wilson. And another host, Love FM. Oka party could defend the party. My dear communicator at the regional level, at the national level, to date, my dear trainer, party trainer, Buno, I have for Buno is not so for they are tested that Western is a baron a bit trainer, especially about electoral communication. With the Marco Tripper, into a year Juma for party room. But you, your power 2017. A new bear and friend. Some me my uncle. A whole crown, and yes, your name you, chief executive of the company. I'm the managing director. I was just a board member. For that time, the past 3 years, and mayor. I was mayor for 3 years.
That's right.
3 months or so. Because October 12, I'm in 2021, I'm in office, and I'm exiting 8 January 2025.
Everybody be Hong Kong. Indeed, her party no position. I didn't one call for communication. I didn't one call for national organizer. I didn't one call positions. Maybe not vice chairman.
Kojo, the monsieur I could do. Minim said level be saving, but the koshewa a bebuapa.
Okay.
A bebuapa. Ubia say I could be a chink of no, but I may be a good communicator. But party management, the chairman who has support. Now say when him dear a fancy my year can you now. Now what the commitment sɛ wobɛyɛ a ɛboa sɛ chairman ni hɔ a with that experience no you can handle that first smoothly obi bɛ si seamlessly mo bro for aba no baako no seamlessly nti I decided to say yes ɛhɔ na mɛrun na yɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛ mmerɛ no bɛdu na nyame bɛma yɛ ahoɔden ne nkwa na ato super egu so na mo so ma pɛpɛ sika akrakra bɛboa bɛboa ɛnka no sɛ mfoa no nka no sɛ then there have we have been fanche wo
ye biso a ye di komo Daybreak wo Fache television so na o hwen the former mayor of Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly the Honorable Samuel Pine na anope ye ne no edi komo waboya mane say akwanya no eba obepre for a national vice chairmanship position and the ticket of the New Patriotic Party na Wabesum Party no enam say osuma santeman na onya akwanya ebeye chief executive for Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly no mene no ekudi ho nkomo na mabisa no say emfiemien sani mu no ede na odi jae sam
Kojo wonim say amamuo ni development eya na enye dan ya wasinko enye kwan ya wayinko but nipa asitremu nyina me hwe se asitremu yare haye pa ade ba ko ade yare eba pa eye environment no ifi especially ena from apa yenya enhome nti so obekaya that moment me am be by Isaac num that time no e be na won Isaac num e di akonom na be cover
okay
the bo modern ecope compactor trucks any containers any nasifo bibra near de be ye ahonedie ewo Kumasi brand new compactor trucks about 8
I see.
Yes, started composting plants as part of the project. That's a new mini recycling plant. Near partners from Spain for last minute to send me into me say so far the more ayafa one. Then you be generate even income from trash. And nothing containers na the buyer no yemi no brown back no blue back. Na back here for wet waste, na back here dry waste. But mean chumi na. No me akua na so me sugu no kwa ni no hwamia me ka wet waste out ase enema no akasa wugya na betua pro say wadidi aduane na se obi beton nkontomire de na pro no ntos je ne nyado anom ebiko obi nambi sanema no wugya no eno atumi pro eno the manure the infant fertilizer and a dry waste eya nnua paper plastics nadie and also nti ye yesa enema no a na ye de echo so afraid Joshua nom or any random they can give you a very good insight of this.
Yeah, of course.
This is very important. And apart from that, yare bia your friend of non-communicable diseases. Cancers in that form. In any city cancer challenge, And that was the chairman of the committee. And Nuampu, one be international conference. They sent me a mail say, and I'm to papa no. They want me to be a part of the inaugural concept, Switzerland.
The way a contract I was signed here in your position as chief executive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yani Bloomberg no na muntu ani etu. Road safety na nkrofo prostifo yi street gangs ya omo digina omo say okwo speed bro so na say more than once na ba nyina. My initiative.
I see.
As the mayor's challenge.
Me po
ho dawro pa.
Fi na ne
na mo ba. Say na nkrofo no ba. Eto si biem. You konya funding from Bloomberg. Because maka nipa mframa obehome nti enua nti ne ye challenge bi the first time we won $50,000 nti ye man tie ku group baako wɔn de innovation bi baa wɔn de technology track nnua na yɛdua no baabi bia wɔn na deɛ ɔgu so ne deɛ ɔngu so yɛyɛ no kama no yɛ push kɔ yɛnim wɔn to yɛ sika no $200,000 yɛwie ho adwuma no na bi free power menim so wɔn ayɛ no yie ma because nanka the next time no kebetumi yɛ $200,000
the under that program now say 8 trucks
no I know yɛ Horace project no.
Okay, so trucks.
I know you're different project. Yes, and I will send you any Bloomberg climate change. And cry your call, you know, name Konya Side Grant. You know, your call COP28 now. Must say I buy as the same crop. As the same department. Me kono. A Bloomberg nature me ticket. Man baby die. The man be any day. No man you an then so I did woman so much. Baby power memo akoda. The unpower. Any play power will be scam there. Beg there. I said scared even to bottom the FB mouth. Into amuna ma tie koye no ye proposal do koye presentation me koye I was in about 3 panels I koye we won 50,000 the best start here the same view and when we assessment no we won 100,000 into maybe free for there na minimum assessment no there ko see when you know apart from that no infrastructure development we are
what was saying I will provide here
Beans was 1,000
yes okay
1,000 of them.
I see.
You were Cassia and you won't feed there. Into a bad debut, some we call US and the name Mian Casa, my country them to a yet assembly no. Mian and Nami Koema, dear Mian and me try takes me bibia. I took the opportunity to visit some of the mayors until me call the mayor of Dallas, Mayor Johnson. Didn't could dim call him a father for and near Columbus, near Comeo. We call Columbus, we call almost waste management, and almost the mayor ma a hanka kutuka, a dimi call one site. Kosho more patience. You decide me question back. I see I did the separation of trash, you know. And I beside no see Niba Kitwa Ena oko or nini call or no man no papa horns the banana. Tokwe na papa no a brain a good container bag. Na kurani bisa and say now then unseparating only plastics na so for that's our best environment, you know.
Yeah, church there woman.
Akra nti enam bisa sa den no so ye kire wo mo nti me baaye ukọ Subin submetro enam mentia all the 5 submetros we selected some schools ye the year sub projects no I dey kire wo mo separation and na me no ka say ukọ abins no ne nyama de mom ye competition of either presided do the first ne man €3,000.
Wow.
Yes, some they taught laptops, no for the one school, the torso. Until we did that. A bad education. I initiated quizzes been our moye. Na say no. The name submetros no. To enhance education. We call almost every senior high school. One more lighting systems. I worked on it very well for them. There are some few schools say I'm going to become even to get asphalting for them, no, was this thing. The infrastructure, school infrastructure. The first time, me ba assembly members na the country me say the first time near the IGF I've started projects, every project, you know, the classroom block that I initiated was Abripoha.
But unim say,
Oko Adumanu, Oko Santasi, Oko Obriyabwa, all these projects are there.
There's a perception that under leadership, no, BBA ni wa kumasi bitumi de nsa esiso.
Say BB said then.
Say be a monumental project.
What is monumental? Pierre, when you say monumental is subjective. Mama one typical example. When you J. Kufo Senior High School, about that bank Chocobank. Chocobank, J. Kufo Senior High School.
Yes.
A new school. Me buy na nkwana bi kohopa no munya ba bi ntra. Nti me no amkoya assessment. Immediately, I needed to provide 2 pavilions. And no more started project. Gaba could this year, when you admission, what was done for Santo Kenya, a year Busano, a crown Honoku school, when you 8 A's. Now, the main comment to me, the lecturer say, monumental projects. You World Bank facility for modern toilet facilities near Sanyaman. It be about 25 across the metropolis. Now, how me mamu 2, a madia and a memadia. A madia no changing rooms so baby beko school no be bunisana, baby beko sano ho, baby physically challenged there and then asifo na. Na da ye kotwa homamu bia no ma wo mo. Media for ni bisa ankran say wo mo pe. We knew the response. Wo mo say yes. You must say aden. A man especially wo mo say wo mo kosoko ban fie ene kwa yo amu ye. The risk na ne wo mu ni say they had sexual harassment. Na bikura na nkrofo pese om rape wo. Wo mo say 2 no mu twa street no on say kwan no so eya na mo say anya hwi asantima mu ha no e kwan kakra kanu ya no ho asphalt kama no MPP aba na ye yo o mo say o mu twa kwan no mu a car e prebi no o mo say 3 e ma delinquency ba o mo say o mu FK say e bi ya to koye no hu ye because facility ni bi ni school mu ho o kwa o ma biem the parents ni said the bano owo school musua de no now that the guys say okwa koye no hu yie no okọ obinim de okoye say wo ma to my bed de okoto chacha oba okoche be ma bi ho at that age and they felt that it was so good for them. That is monumental. The same thing ya ba was wo mo see yenfa emesi ayi na ma wo mo be science from Pusian lab. Lab. I say, dear Kufu, self facility, no sanitary facility, no. And yet, at the Casabima warm, but what for whom you say at the Kitua, but Mudom Science Lab. And when you talk about monumental, it's subjective to the needs of the people. To the needs of the people. 2, so projects need to be you channel resources to other things. You channel resources to other things. And I'm this will be I will be here Rotary Park. And I'm seeing yam first mayor Mabao. Yem Misa Mayor Aban. How many soon I'm here Rotary Park? Ne ye baby Rotary Parker. Nkebenya baby ye baby for. Who call the mayor residence no ha. Cohere blocks never no. Office accommodations never come. About 16 blocks are the senior officers.
But what happened? That was supposed to be the mayor's residential facility.
Oh, them say honoso. I will say, one year, someone as I saw change you part 1 lands in Nasifono, reallocation in Nasifono be affected here. Until as part of project no. And your castle no before someone no honum na ba be di baby aje de bioma your facilities so we negotiated and we had better deals because projects omo ye no.
So currently mayor official residence
say for no soon nti on be say na mayor no residence no
nti na tonight
o me buy man tran ho because you buy na ho enye your castle contract enye me wie china me wie nebe. But me ankasa nso no government facilities no ya na efim review papa ka be kire ma say ukotena aban edem ne mu tran ye oda wan hwe ntimi so die ntimi ankasa no ya na me feel comfortable say me am wo baby a me wo but it was put in shape said Marty say Zuba kra enyusu ho kakra nti that we did a lot of things nti je bi hwe Santara to Ahojo Ekwan no. A home crate nyina me na me ye.
Ekwan na mo ye.
Stakeholder engagement say more project affected persons. Mo nkrata chi muntu let us say ye Fred Ben na jeni mboate special planning na bisa no. From mod
but Ekwan ni swapa o.
Ekwane so Jombetrem no. Sometimes run about 2 we know. Draw carriage number here.
Okay, the current one.
The one more starting no.
Okay.
It should have started in August 2024.
Is it to say that it was more project?
Yes, but technical people know. Until I make kind profile from only a type of friend never say no. One lead the engagement with the Kojo Marfo. I was in office. I wrote the letters. I have copies to every discussion that we have.
Funding, Anna.
Funding was secure. Now, Casa releases. We should have started in August 2024. But one more year and say election, no, and you could tune for and who did they two. Almost like I say, a corner near here from Santa's roundabout to Bekwa roundabout. No, near you. Until one move started pay. One may fee section, no, if you're watching Western North Central Regional Benino. Access to the city center, no, a bayasem. Until one progressive. And this is technical advice that they give.
They give you.
Into be so one man yashi. And then now we panel member who know about every interchange and now intersection and sir flyover be a walk Kumasino. A young people are buying this shape.
To say Top Martins are up to Santas Runabout project now. You who say Twasono. Is the funding secured by the New Patriotic Party?
JICA. A grant.
NDC for now.
A grant, a JICA grant. I can give you, I think I have copies on my phone. But you are such a minutes of our discussions in Nasifuna.
I see.
What they know it. I mean, what I'm glad. They say, one more buy and one more abandon. No more twaso, see a bay. And they are there.
But
I said, so I'm runabout, for instance. A MPP project, they start here.
Yes.
Time they start here, Yantimia, into a bar, a sort to us. A yammy that said, almost all my abandon, no compare resources a bit to us. And did the Freya no, yes, say, yeah, better by me and this, and yan this project. And this will never to be there by any. If in 92, about 2000, and this in a net is not swam runabout to her. If it's 2009, about 2000, now then I'm starting here. Rango number one my projects. And then now I'm going to say funding near Dibia Quay, sir, oh, I call offense. Oh, my Barcas. A part of the funding. Sakwan, the purpose, they say, a big traffic no from Macro. ADBC Abripo Junction at Chuho, Alpha Bantman, so that it wouldn't interfere with work at Santa so runabout. And no, and the more as fatty, crow from Honum, and they copy Tafuko and Mono. We send me land projects, a B and the war barracks, Premper College at Chuhonoa, and the Bano. Into a year, Sakwana, a baby traffic night, cough good, so I'm runabout in Nano. If you were so that say and for bar interfere with the management at Miacoso. And to tell the beer, a yentia one more technical and sign their cancer mono. And when I cover by her interchange your wasqua. So full line at a Safo flyover in Nasifonia when you have MPP project so. And the year because say ya, Yam no money. We could have done more, yes, but we at the end of the year, no, a year we have a minus resources. Young in the difficulties of mine cool, especially between 2021 and 2023. The more difficulties are the cool. And until I say, the internal election near Yentuno, now man leverage, a man crofo can't be woman the end of the moon. Now, I hope say, yeah, we say, no, coming together as one party, no, you have to tackle the issues. And yes, will be banner to say, Amamo governance. It's not just about say my infrastructure. It's about even thinking about the people.
What can who SME? Mami Emisao, Unia Kuma Zuba. and mayor say ewo Kumase in the last 6 months or so our year Jumano ukotena chiri na ohwe na juma oye no obeka say ne modern bono eye.
Oh, the period I won't use to judge you. Say I didn't know muda utu fi abeka say mere. Say okaze obitu amu krono finfi. Say intimi ye.
Also oye nkakra kra.
The one agree no. Inti inti eye nkakra. Let's give him time. Me on adia manku hu ntino me enye no gige da no bi ka say na high na some di bi ye me the buy me installation street lights were more than 8,000.
More than 8,000.
Yes,
street lights.
Yes,
within the 3-year period.
Na bisa assembly members no at a point kra no bia na mo bia bi say wo to kra boy let area na e dark no fa cost bo. But people were talking about them. Yes, my house are starting solar because we planned. Say no, and this is even captured in RESEC because I made a presentation there. Say I confirm between cables no. I think that the next phase no. If you have funding now, let's say changing the street lighting to solar. Okay, until I started some projects. So far, ufi tafun share so. Stretch no kono. I say one more street light near solar.
Yeah.
Ofa airport runabout. Airco workroom estate na se for no. Ni solar. We started those projects. Some projects
I see.
Me na po. You get hand you over to the contractors to do all the. Mamu say tibeko be a street lighting no. Tomo ka no can say no. E be the technicalities. Because we are cable. So here you buy na ufi a life or esane akoba bi omoton na mo asafu no na nya dark na me nya nkasa me ne ayifo no electrical for no nya full car na kwa inspection uni made ane kojo na nipa dasani wo mutimi bie compartment so no mo twitwa cable nketwa no na koso kanene no mo no say wa mo say akronfo no ho no me operations a wo mo dinje nkrofo bags na sefo nti wo mo ma ho ye dark and you fix it nina and ne now no am fa won who adum say ne adum light and as a faulter. It's even possible say bia a converse tamper with it until to be another difficulties until let's give tabemum they didn't propaganda yeah and buy the drip machine e could you grow from say yeah 1 year 2 months
but Crawford market are you not excited about say one more area
1 year.
The KMA chief executive, I can't myself. Major project.
Major project. Me. In my DFO.
DFO the uni.
So me buy 3 years. Me the VSR project now. Kabeme de pa. Because on 3 points, 1, ebema a unipa free because that was the purpose. Say be unipa free city center no. There's a complete KJTR any crew from. Because one majority one crew from the KJT central market no a displace you warm. Yes, influx abam there, but these are the core people the demand. We started something. Shirts na wahona wamuko humu. Na nyom na ye yo. Ya wie shirts no. Na major buildings no ye nye electricals. E hona funding was an issue. And then some buy ya no mo de drip machines. It's in the pipeline. They are looking for funding. So it's easy, sir.
Project almost secure funding, but you're not looking for funding.
Unless maybe you are privy to something that I don't know, of which has time to be corrected. But that's before Christmas. Let me some funding.
Almost the common fund and
common fund. Then come on there. Project, the last time I meet through her from Vanguard, one their consultants. The project was about 120 million Ghana cedis. Common fund.
It's a government big push project,
That's if you are talking about say the big push is going to support us, a big push and a big push and padia. If it's going to support it, hallelujah. Because say me ma me no me nua ma me wo fa for me nana no mo a wo mu di dwa no me ya ba bi atra e be build the local economy of Kumasi.
So the challenge really was
it's funding.
Now what's the challenge? Is it that omo enye ready say omo di sika kese be shemu ana saying
omo say project no the genesis of the project no President Kufuor ye be 50 years Ghana omo ye some be ye Jubilee projects bi baako ena ye Jubilee Park the friend Jackson's Park na friend Jubilee Park ena omo decide say tema ye the congestion mama part no case then fa Jubilee project enye Krofo Bidwan. So the contract enye came a contract RCC
regional administration.
Yes, but I would say every district aban dwabia no under the control of the assembly. Inti tama MPP fee so pe Professor Mills no buy no eno mu betwa sa Jubilee project no committee no o ka say dey Daybreak commission.
Yeah. Fact finding.
No funding again. And from 2009 to 2016, funding be for Krofo. 2009 to 20, one and a president. Professor Mills and a Professor Mills, yes. Mahama. Funding be abusantin tinwa na main road ko airport wo ho no enye dwanu yanka Krofo dwanu ho enu ye BOT
build
operate and transfer a private person on the years our contract no ye negotiations he was giving us some ridiculous charges I say you bet me absorb because we were looking at funding. We did all the year bizarre avant-garde. Me too ran my truths, you know. And I won't come and sit here and lie to the world. So the efforts, private person did by moon, and the baby could do yeah, and then now common fund focus on baby why they could see a whole lot. And then yeah, easy. Say easy and can done no more day backward in as if for usually honor. Eddie home because I don't know I'm starting project. The year say you pay private funding, contractors on one side. Even though near new or mokano, the compensation they were quoting was so ridiculous. When the year Fred, Metro coordinating director, maybe some say how many times they know me meetings on that.
But Anopeni Misawe, you've had the opportunity of being the mayor of Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. Decongestion has always been a challenge.
Yeah.
And a day panama semu banamu yim krofo afi kwan ho ene ade a muntimi nye.
Question we Bible mo so say eja obenya ka bakruwa e pa but kruwa we say dia kruwa we dia imagine man no there were a lot of factors. One, financially it's very expensive to decongest. You know why? So we offer 30 military police officers on ration. But the last count, the ration was I think 200 a day.
For each person?
Yes. And 230, 200 times 30, 6,000 a day. We only 10 days I saying 60,000. 600 million. Assembly no, me revenue no at the same. You what that things I say yes school dying, I say product school konya say me buy school konya me here ko be sakas no order what mo so metro wo mo here also mo building no there twas na here come I started all those things ni konya the ma schools any nkane no would be here say sika ni bi na ada esa na. 2 nipa no e wo mu no ankasa no attitude enso ya another. 3, politically, they are very tough decisions. Me, you to me report to me. Even though near say, yes, you me KGT Central Market, no, then to me a from too. What we were doing that mean on that mean was say we manage the situation, go behind the pavement. na nipa nya kwan na cars nya kwan na wie ne se hu se hana motie dia then there will be no obi antimi nya excuse say me nkonkoye bibibi.
That's right.
Eno eye nipa no so politically no eye another ebiem enso ye enforcement no one na ye we city guards Emmanuel Kaakyire on some be institute ayi na every quarter na me traders na associations na nation ni ahwe say na pesa mo ye ni sen say wo de ko ubu party traders no or associations and groupings that they will tell you say transport union for no every 3 months ni ye meetings other say plus like for conference room ada Prem Assembly Hall and now came a conference room. There were videos and pictures to that effect. Then you know, within the last 3 years that I was in power, especially with transport. Now, it's smooth power or more presence needed to Kwan, and that was the stakeholder engagement that we were having. Reinforcement, you know. Yeah, gas, you know. One more man no be Kaakyire say. One more you woman, me akasa me cough fielder. And then me could do footbridge na Hello FM side hall.
Baby a kwashe ya no.
Footbridge na hall. Ya Kaakyire mo say, mo nyina ho na mo nhwe footbridge no so. Because uka se nipa musu ni dwa a weekend bridge no. E betumi abu amade oye ne kese pa na ba. Me ko na wo ma ye ya station wo mo ho. No omo no ani hwe baabi ena omo chi na hwe ho. Let's just say they are post but they are not watching the post.
I'm for didi.
Into quite man say and me see big office and na so say James ka so be matra ha. After say na say ha so me ntra bomo nti nipa no a wo sma no so nko enforcement. Ono na okọ this enforcement.
So is it more to do with your attitude?
The attitude, number one. But now the best solution, they started to say we central market no. Central market no, phase 2 no. A form when na empty. A be car park for both private and commercial. No one say we make good street no so majority they hawk around vehicles. Inti se vehicle no ya mo megina honom emfa nipa biem na omo wo facility no ene de omo fa nipa no a wo mo egu street no move there because mona mo kan say agglomeration say then ubie adwuma ba ko a atwinwa bebree ba nti trotro no ne go so car no ani nyina ko park wo ase ho efa nipa no. But one of the
challenges in the build-up to election 2024, na one central marketer, mobile one of central market phase 2 no, mobile then see ya
central market phase 2 no. Oba, yen starting phase 2 no. When him level I draw, I won't say terms are debt restructuring by. Want to Kojo you of all people bisa and I be for the benefit of
because
you are playing the devil's advocate.
Largely, all my work to a betiam.
And they mean to say no, but they know say, Unim Emra your catty sword, or two funny president go catty sword. It took almost 2 years and son a traders, you know, 8 years here too. So Bekaya,
yes,
and son no mutunya buja. It didn't waste 2 years of the project. That restructuring no buy no. One more MA loan UK for. UK every loaner near no more because of that restructuring no, they put it on hold. It's in a project be say children's and maternity hospital block no estolo here no. And na pa once airport project next story and sana you be complete. And no and a map is too. They came back inside your give me Sasabi. See, listen. Let me you all the minutes. Nti saa debt restructuring no your partners no the be akwaje bosia no wom do mo sa to bosia no so nya se wom release sika na ye no eno enema yenya issues. Now with this project, even the NDC now, though we almost all the debt restructuring no end this year no. Normal releases can not for no. They have extra cost because one more decommission a free site almost no. It came with an extra cost of close to 120 million euro. They come home. And we need to look for funding for that. Until I told the beer a year and church moon koye. Until the beer and microphone up the unnecessary politicking. Unnecessary politicking. Because they say because I may tackle one on front side, I can easily do that. But I know the challenge is no say, and it's here. Okay, me then I have me a manual now come myself. You can't so much no, 2 years, and 2 years no, until we and sign up the restructuring never because we delayed. It stored for 14 months, between 13 and 14 months.
I see. Is it not because one timini or more ending command one to or more see?
And I say, Dakro, what do I done for Nizuba? Upa Dakro. Only know this guy so. Now, Uncle Jum. Now, when they are on the Munyao, now who now go do come on now. But
one of the problems are you was say we cream a driver for no any passengers no on hand side then if we say na kamu ye beboa on say because na me ni transport unions no e dey town pa into one more na ye associations no mo behave sa one more yasa ne mani nyina ye one more from wawa no or no belong to association A or B or Z. Into Australia, not the car be any sir or this year, not their busy. Mean crop for him so qua, or Msuko Transfronta, none in will move from point A to point B, not going to 20 cities, no jam. Into one would say, government. One man saw FS Street. Oh, okay.
Okay, I did into one more, into a near my dear by coming near. Transport officer no any ayalolo for ye back on say there be an war pressure partner especially we fike get far abripo kwan so na fa santazi kwan no any link road no me yani say our peak hours bia no we mun dedicate at least 2 buses na e fa sa kwan no so sana na ye and especially festive occasions no near provide this any man until easy kakra but yanka say what attitude be yempe basin yeah
Zuga can want some time back
yempe basin oh yeah na bus the check kwan mudodo high occupancy vehicle the number of people are for any points of withdraw what you say yeah and now be who can short to petrol and you know.
So there's a need for us to educate.
So say apart from education, no project back when started here, so for minimum they are a bus rapid transit, BRT. And World Bank, no, I think say one of these days, Fred Randy Wilson, and now Atapuku. One of the 2 key people are they do almost 2 project. No say, you know World Bank, Ejumano. You never year from a Buakwa to Ejuso. Yes. The best expanded crime. The whole electric busing, no, and then the Qatar Transport Ministry inviting me to Doha. Oh. I'm the transport minister. No, okay. The move for so even this electric buses be balanced.
I see.
I work crown. So we a project so yeah, Kumasi will have those facilities. It's not useful for be non-negotiating. By year a charging points now. Until Zuba, the doors are open. They can see me, bet me, been come so you're interested. Now say, they can go ahead and.
But have you paid a visit to his office?
The office they been call, but give me no dear. Me no.
We didn't come.
Ya bomb punimpu. You didn't come on so. so ten first no na the same bia odi no boba ban mu no wa toni dan kakra adwuma no ya na edin tell bia friend nipa bebre because wo koba ha wo ye enti so obi friend no anya me ya na me friend no amfa ya na ha me owie akire ya or return me call ti bi o ha me kan to see mate yenye ni say I mean what would there be me can say apart from bibia no o man chichiriye ye ni ya ye nyina ye fa ekwan ya o mu ye bi mpese be ko ho ntokwa because e bie mu a when I'm for coffee, to me sim na 5 minutes na do fia, me kwana me nkwan say.
There be.
Man say, me fufu no madi. Obi business or ho, no akoye business no. E no any ye me office there, me go because Ghana ha, your politics no, e to the bia na airtime, e bia intentional. What the beko me yo. He visited me. That about my office about two occasions. Da. But so invite me say program be ni say why would I decline? Say minko baby nada you know I will
wrap up your conversation. Mami bisa President Mahama. I'm sure that Utia and Komone say wabon homoding. What assessment of President Mahama saying?
Omon homoding. Kojo Mami kan say munchro. What's it dollar about for? Apart from certain products, and new boko from kakrano. And never near boko so. Dollar no say ye den a bar for.
But who are the dollar number?
Of course, of course. Obi initiative. Sir, gold for reserves, gold for oil, then that's for no. Bank of Ghana na just to say BBC na boy. Why na ye initiative? And then Dr. Baumiano na started. A big because I then na must start 2023 no man you don't have results. A year you we no cross a cost no me ni year. I say na no my boka bubuwe. So mo ye ni year. Can need there 2-3 years no. If I saw be better than now. It's no you can say. 2 petrol for instance. And yet obi na chire ni buo. World market, global market, no, and a deep one. 2022. Now, crude acquired $120-130 per barrel. Okay. And now, I can say it hovers around $50-53. It also be COVID buy, freight, ship a train, man. No book cost, papa. Now the container, AC ship move for US bar, now $2,000. Now the China, now between 2,500-3,000 say China Kwawa. Bah. COVID buy no. A courier could do $12,000. And then as I drop about that level no. Did that level now as I drop about. Ama ebuo no anenka akotwe fan na ba ubetua shape ne ka no aba form
it is economy na ya enya president Mahama
eno eye Mahama na ye on control shape bo ano on control
economy na enya president Mahama na yes sir
Mr. Ubiso mo say e dia no ma ya ma besa they are unable to tell you now pumping $10 billion just to artificial na me kind me say the omo ya ni say no I say oba equipons why makeup no who fe na nim smooth mon consume mon ko gina hotel eno ala junso to no enso nim mo no hu na nim antimi hwe na nim
sa
ebi eno mo economy no cosmetic
but after COVID ye hu bibia asronku bia o
Kojo enya COVID na di ne ma bodin e ba ye eto de bia nwa kura nya bi nto na COVID near free muda bang.
Oh, so COVID 2023 near free COVID.
Na how many years?
2023, 2024.
How many years?
2 years.
2 years. Now, feel said, I said the economic recession of Europe, and now I said the recession in US. It took them about 15 years for them to fully recover. Economic recovery, and yet, sabi life super, Anya pepper soup o. And like I said, my try in toast, Chimako avianti, or the man first just man for 30 minutes a baby. No.
So 0 to 100. What man is saying?
Me cry them in who they me man. Because one casa, they've not been able to tell us, yeah, way, until number where I say. One month, what they catch them because Joe, what they will share, we are say, and yet net, what kind of dear wouldn't be beer, besides say. Say, sometimes runabout about the quite runabout. Send MPP here any fear bear. And yet, last week, and no master 1 year. I didn't try. So I project, you know, and yes, I quite full from academic investigate you.
Oh, but you took us 3 years, more than you.
Now, oh, I don't know, Yana, minimum yard, you know. And this in yet a few nobody conyo. Messi and DC, Wabedia Konya 92 to 2000. Na santiman wo ha. Na sa kwan no na wo ho. Na so am kwan na da ho. Obedia Konya 2009 to 2016. Oh yeah. Na so bia ba no awia na yakoye ne sese. Yankan hunu se, yes, asantiman mu MPP nya vote wo ha pa. Ba no so nkire se aban resources no. E betumi station nyina wa asantiman.
Anope mame nase.
I
wish you well.
Thank you very much.
The former mayor of Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, the Honorable Samuel Pine, and no Edin Komo, Motie Nkomono, meaning say Mobetwa Swa baby Amogono. Ye Daniel, who ye ba Daybreak, Fache TV, baby Achawate, na bibi very fine. me catch you say Fache TV so and away Daybreak Jumedi and I de ebro and net the tosumi and san ye na ede ebe kwa akosi nondu no and ye de ebro Reverend Professor Samuel Edujemfi Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and opey ye no edin komo abatwo no baso the New Patriotic Party abatwo no baso no yete nkomo bebre asofo no dodo no a kira adwen ema ebi kura wie se nkunimdie no ebeko nifa ebi se ebeko benkum ye wie ye no enema no ankose de na wo mo kano no anopay prof ebeboyam ye di ho nkomo because oye a political science person oye historian na oye sofo nti anopay sa nkomo ni nyina no obeboyen na yeyi prophecies efi science and data na ye bisa se anko wie se de ya omo kano no a eno no ya na nyame ne no omo antini yie ana se omo de kakra eka ho prof anopay medase
ya minia
se ohoye
trade ampo adaroma ye hoye
ye de nyame ase ene ne ya hye ndwumadi ase nti ye da ase se wa be kan ye ho anopay
yo me so medase pa o nsi afia no nso ehia ya ye wura afifufro mo nso afei na me nso me pi ena wo na ade me pi na de o twetwe nkofo pi pa
ejamende nkakaka mo kan ye ho ena eyeye. So the New Patriotic Party Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the build up to the election there were concerns but unuanoma won atinyame no enso ede won ho beje party politics in commonim mimisa se enema etesa no ya na nyame one mo kasa wo ho party politics
medase na ko senya ubise ohun kojo ubisa se onyame eni eje amanyosem ho ene oman puntuo ho ene onipa obedi oman ne mu kan no onyame eni eko ho ana
no sana mbeze bi
tro no kire se otimodemfo edi ade a omanfo no si apeni di owa akomapa di papa edi ade a omanfo no esere ya se nyame wo interest bi ewo nipa obelidi oman obelidi a state a constitutional democracy like ours no they say ye no onyame eni je ho na onyame esu se obe yi nipa de amaye na so wonam nipa mu no obe yi se nipa no o se bre bi ba ya na ewo Jewfo ehihye mu no na eye de protocol se be ka se theocracy na onyame na odi hene direct ewo man no so na onam ne di force na di hene. The last of them opa obetumi a prophet Samuel odi for Samuel na odi ehene wo Israel na o lead Israel on na o ye the judge of Israel na nyame nam no so den to ya ne hihye e de bre Israel within that theocratic realm no and onipa ka so open the leader but no kra no onyame through the semblance of theocracy no enam Samuel so edi djuma no emma your friend is saying so by now you betumi aka say the first human king within the Jewish traditions onobedi ade o say opera civilizations obehu no e wo wiase Egyptian one, Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley civilization, the Chinese civilization. These are very old civilizations Axum and all the other civilizations, but the Jewish civilization we say na within the theocratic realm but beyond that David Solomon ba ya himfa hodo ba nyina no na nyame edi for anyone ehwebom and you can find it within para cultures or here the Asante tradition. You can make reference. I'm not doing syncretism memfa bamre and to talk Christosomo and I say men the apothecary say because syncretic but we say who mutumi a eye gidie ni say nyame tumi no enam edi for so adehunu for so and a friend say a commission for so edi nyame adwene edi ebe kyerɛkyerɛ kwan a ohene anaso obrempom bi eni ade eti we give you an example bra David okofa Bathsheba yire ayire no ne ade no gifo ne tanko so be kaya oni di nkomo mu di ye no na ekowie se
obi wo nwan bebre wa pa wan kofo bi dwan ba ko ne ade ne ai wona ne say ene say ni pare ni say o say ene ye wa so na nyame na medi for so ehwe ma so aduru brebi so no na medi for so e de pepe yo e de ba na bra no nyina so no na medi for so esi ahene etu ahene
na say eni say ye enwanwa se yebenya osofo bi ana odifuo bi hye nkom ana oka nyame asem efa party politics ho
fundamentally the will of the people between the will of God onipa no susu ana onipa pe no between nyame pe jedubra bi a ebra no onyame nam nipa so na obeye de opeso oye o de making opeso de sisan bi ba onam nipa so no de beye timimi gidi say Thomas Edison nomo nioma wo mo ye light ya ye ti asie o de ase Wilbur and Oliver Wright brothers ni ade aeroplane tim ni ade nyame nam mo so no mo ye within the realm of atheists wo mo a wo mo nyini se tumi bi wo nyame bi wo hono de komo we ya ye di no wo mo nyin tumu sa ba se ugi tumu se nyame bi wo ho de a na ye ka osofo a osofri soro no de ama ye ka osofo a the etymology the meaning of it no nchiremu ba kono no osofo oso di free
osofri
soro it is the etymology of our own Akan language no ekire it no so obi ye sofo a ye tumi ye wo free no mu awodo ye wo de oye sofo ye wo kire ni ye wo sempakani o de mechia no ye wo odifo ye wo somafo no aka wo nyina afo the fivefold ministry o de mechia no ba wonu nyina no o motenya menka obi wo nam kire so na o ka nyame adwere obi nam edisem so na o ka nyame adwere itino kwa bia so no se ye gidi se nyame wo hode a ene nyame nam nipa so akasa ye ho akwanyasa bebre so
prof minister say
itino anya subject matter yes you penny even on only a d4 kra could be or a teacher but through discerning of spirit word of knowledge or kind the bible nyame to me the bribi or impressive one akoma so it doesn't make the person a prophet. The office of the prophet, the operations of prophecy no crown quite maybe in the future we may go there, but the fundamental point I want to make is that the people cry from more deform the fact say una tade tuntum kan na fita kan does not necessarily make you a prophet. Se ko do ya me baptist be Kenya me asem se me nye D4 se ya ban so etumi din komo bebre me so nye D4 me ga ga D4
because of anunti no asofo ni bi take advantage of said the community wo krum na omunzo adi so mfaso ana yewo nyame D4 papa ho ne yewo komhye atrofo so ewo ho ne ade
nti
oye atrofo no eden na be me yehu no
the measurement of false prophet no no wa bebre ono angasa na ba wo so be kire se oye nyame D4 a se bi so nyame D4 ndum kofo bi yire oye nyame D4 ndum miska oye nyame D4 ndum mapo oye nyame D4 a ndum emfa mpapa mu nkusu ngom na ba na wo de wo be so nti bre bi angom aba no enye djuma wo mu bia no na so wo ya afum kwan wo yo D4 kra wo ya afum kwan e ba sa utumi ma ho kwan ma honhom ahodo utumi no wo ebedika so bom esanse wo fa wa kwan ensi nyame akwan so anaso onye wadiri so be fatete akwan tempon a onyame dia hye dia to e dia ma ne ma ho amenka D4 so a oye nyame D4 so o ka asem a ebem but ha adeba kwa the test of the prophetic word no ebi wa a timeless prophecy he said ye na ekosi ebesi within a short moment. The Bible no kire say yehunu fa ene fa we see in part we prophesy in part we am here Bible school anope
no
we see in part we prophesy in part yehunu afa it will be say in the blueprint of God no na me betumi adamfo ni yedi a kire na me da esum no me hunu fa say ene ade it will be say obi nkom shansi ambem no wo de to na utie the full tape of the prophecy bo say bi kra fa bi bem obo say obi so de fa na be ye human vessel ye drobi anyame nam ye mu ye bribi eti se nyame nam ye mu kasa ne ye kasa wi a ne se de ensese ye mu ye bibi bi e se gya ma nyame ye de obeye nyame tro no say onye nipa no asese na adwene oka ebe mu ohye so a egina within the same construct no oka Hezekiah story no oba bewu nyame di fu ahye nkom so obewu echiro ko nyame ho ewiem sakyrae nkɔmhyɛ no a odifo ɔbɛhyɛ no ɔnam kwan so anyame so asɛm come back and change your mouth pantifo de brana bɛda no wa no bɛsesa wa no bɛsesa de meka no all the American in the state of Israel ɛwɔ Babylon obɛka ya Daniel breso no ɔmo wɔ awɔwo asase so a wɔmo som ne yade na ɛwɔ tro no mu sɛ mfie duoso mu no wɔmenya fa hodie ɛde na Daniel yɛ Daniel yɛ hu bibi Daniel yɛ so ɔbɛyɛ hu bibi kura wɔ mpaebɔ mu no na the prince of Medo-Persia saa tumi no no hwɛsofoɔ honhom hwɛsofoɔ a na yɛ nyame bɔfoɔ na osi mpae no kwan Gabriel de ba take reinforcement it is saa action be and take place in the spirit come here 70 years beyond 70 years some that sisi wo na so na nkom shaba onyame eka kire Israel for some kondon kosumu for several years e wo Misrim asase so what you say onyame enam ne nkofo so etu wanamo jani so na ye 40 days etu 10 40 years eti nyame etu nam ne di for so kasa etu anamo e kire biribi ebi o time bound but the time bound no 1,000 years is like a day unto God. A day is like 1,000 years unto God. Dako nyame eni so mfiapem so nyame eni so dako. Etu betumi di odifo bi atem. We sinabo what it into suegu no so. But who hosa ebia in your lifetime ebesi. Ebia beyond your lifetime so ebesi. Okay. Say na Israel for ewo ekomu. Eni ahohia mu ni ahokyere mu a odifo hyenkom. Elisha I believe. Elias hyenkom a. No your friend said the keeper of the gate, the economic guru, at the time, tried to challenge the prophecy. The commissioner teacher said he will not live to enjoy the prophetic word. And pass one survive the prophecy. What do you say? Bra, a did she, Nediane by he died.
But a prophecy with a specific, ya to abanewi, they are softly be kind.
But if Elias, as answer shall come, say, ensure talk for a period. For ensure Sabetobio, na so ni teacher and anthem, it's a penny bomb pie, conditional prophecies. The ocean come any the recipient of the prophecy. The Yamenam so Kasani, the OG decem, women in our role to play. Sometimes when it is a conditional prophecy, a ye sent to be a gina bibiswa. Dear okay, say BBC, Israel might be no more con. Na Yamia decem aba, nature say, Israel, ebedin kunim. Ohene no na oye opposing force against Israel no what the neba eyapaye ema ntokwa no dane against Israel but then nyame di kan kasa but what the make yan say it no bebre wo ha etumi sie ema edu be bia nkomo bi say ya na Kojo na am say ha ye kwan ho me pese nkofo be wudi say me di sa nkomo we but no but na me say ha ye kwan ho because edu be bia o bi say Ghana ha no I mean, my church history kakra. Domo enu ne Samson upon me ade in church history. Your uncofo be di phobia. E PMM ha. No mun ko school da. O tambo ebo. No mun ko to scripture. We pie Bible na wo na text no. I mean to me wo ho. Me papa wo no anko school da. Me ya professor me tia. Me bi say nyame to me. Nya de suan ko a. Yes, but El Bernard there no. Oh boy El Bernard. Because you know I said, yeah general conversation about prophecy. Yes, but no say Kojo se wa kase ya ka Bernard asem. Ya Bernard asem ne. O hye nkomo ni wie ya. O san to aso di ho nkomo. San na sese ya na. Me de me susu ye my personal view. Esen company gi na home after prophetic word no. Nya me de asem aso abeka wi. Enya wo job, it is not your job we say. Wo be hese asem bebem. Enya me e no be hese asem o na mo so be kan no mana bem. Enya wo job, enya wo responsibility. Because eno ne ma amanfo ani call ho no say criticism say come share the bad here say amanfo ani call ho but the make can say eni say me gidi so onya ne so hu me gidi so apacho bi chowpa bi aba say o san akona wa kusua ne ma sa chowpa no de aba no me gidi say Ghana fo so we di ne hu ni nti say o me so a because upon the juma wa ye no track record bi e kire say a consistency in his prophetic ministry. And some me brewa kan abemu aye consistent. But o yenipa onye nyankopon.
Okay, so
obetumi free
possible.
Obetumi mistake, obetumi attention, obetumi attention, obetumi adane. Ni nyina ka ho. But at the end of the day, no, the caution is that you nyina yemfensia, say ye nyame nam ye mu eka bibia. So they win me for years. Oh, say bia one more me fache for the first time with you. Na you say any first time I year. You say do baby and come on ye dia. Ye betena studio, ye di Ghana politics on come. Me can't say ni tie by say be scientific analysis. Ye didn't say na ye call. Say ye be yan go fa we twi bi amba. Aha.
Di yemfa nche se wanti nyame ni yie. Na yemfa nche se nyame sesa na dwen won nkom so.
And ye metumi nche me nyankopon. Say ye wonim na akodo. I can't be a judge over him. Metumi nye otemuafo e wo difo nyame difo so. Metumi nye otemuafo.
But ugidi so nyame difo.
Me dem gidi.
Ti wafum ba ko ye nyama.
Metumi nka so afum na so onfum e kra. Nkoma ye die na me ne wo di bi. So ze bia me nam no me di nkomo no e wo ni die kwan so.
Nti eden ne wo kan kire wo mo a wo mo ehwe ya no pe e fa sofo no nkom hye ne chow power de aba no.
Amegidi se dodo na akwadi fo anado aye nkobi. Me nchaza nyame aboa ma benefit anase me hunu no ma bebre. Odi mi fie di nkom ahe mo awo. Ba nkofo no bia turabo no ebe okrofi di fo ba ya na obese ndi sa message no. Ti me sere yintwa so.
But unim se emma Christo som ene said ye hu asofro say no ensakraya abem.
Trying to say, steady to show thyself approve a good workman who did not be ashamed dividing the word of truth. In the prophetic, utterance and ministry, no. Hebrew Kasimya Kameka, but Menkanti. It make us say prophecy, oh, Pemuaka, Yamitimupo. It will be original pulpit swa, or dinya measem. Ye revealed knowledge, logos and rema. The ayatron your friend logos no. What you say? Nyame asem ye den so anu ye bie mu kan. Rema, all kind of inspiration on your free mu no. And so nyame asem. It so the back constitutional matters mu kra no nka the letter and the spirit. Trying say the letter killeth, the spirit giveth life. The intent of God to the context of society. Trying to try to one say I was original audience there. One more you try them event in see specific audience. One more try the hono. One more a see one more life. What do you say? You call rules of interpretation. And I 1 year no more. You secondary audience. I can't try. But that nyame that so ekasa film. Your friend hermeneutics. Who apply the text to societal context. It daba nyame ho me fa na semu e de ka biribi e de fa ya setene mu. Together esum nkwa nyame nam so ana transmoni nyame nam so ana se edisemu person nyame nam so e kana asem. Na emom enkomhyesem nyame nam na asem so yesa. Tu osofo a oyo sofo gina pulpit mu a wo so anso dai wo so ontehwe na nyame nam ni mu enkasa enam tro ni mu emman kofo abrabon sesa wo mo endane wo ho free bone bi ho entumi nyina pulpit so abra onka so wo hye nkom na so nsem wo kan ye disem onye sofo.
At what point and ebe ma ya ka se sofo we die ne de emfa
na tere se watako so sa to anansesem sa e woni nyina mu o kan nyina afo ano a so ya apostle so ya teacher so ya evangelist so ya prophet wato anansesem sa nyanyame adwene no woka
na Ade na ya mo pentem
we say mo
because me can asofo kwan so mo pentem ema wiase nyina te se nyame one makasa na nasem ni
koyo dia nkoma woni me die ya na me pese me komechi pi o say asofo bebredi adanse e bre wo mo free wo mo nyam dwumedi ase maka kire open em say 2012 or so na me ka ase mo e kire o say 2010 so ase 20 me ka me say me ka nyame asem na mo 13 years no be wo ha me menye but obi me nya asofo bi be ye ba ye nyini kono a o di ase o ka elihu ene job na afofo no o ka asem bi na ye bobu sempa ba ye so bi bin film o se me twen se enyini dodo ade den enti ase beba ene dwene ade nyansa beba na so huhum bi woni pemu onyame home na masa ahum no enti ase etu betuma ya akokora na osofo ya brante betumi ya brante na osofo nso ya kokra ba no ma mienu wei a kire bibi de elihu e ka kire elihu no yeto badanfo na awankoya akokwa mpani nsem a no mote e kire se wunyini no ya expect se bibi nso besesa e wo ministry sa na bekọ ejidi e wo asofo nyina ye nyina ye ka ho ejidi sa
but after young school them when I in common no emfiri ho Dr. Mahmoud Bawomi under the New Patriotic Party you know and then you let me assume free ho
mama Kasim let me mama pass emphatic statements bi so wo hwe vote no northern and upper regions e buy any nyina na wo check e omo vote two me busa openi Bawomi a question bi say 2023 wo hye nkofo bi bo wo say me busa go sam ebre o she MPP delegates boss se wo wini a esiremu ene ne nkrabata nyina no wo mbeto twi zongo communities ni ade nyina wo hwe vote ye ba ye ya yan ka no krepa esirem ene ne potemu ahodo nyina no they voted en mass or en block omo gi twi etoma ba wo me baby ameti me gidi se na najo before and some days before when decide say we whip in line. I saw woman in a to afa direction. Oh, that is a bit in common. Now they start a conversation. About 2 hours. Now say a man come on Dawdi. About me, I brace so didn't come. After I'm neighbor Digan and come. After I'm a doctor about me, Digan and come. Some people sound cosensi. A cosa, a hodo. Tiafin, I'm neighbor be in one year didn't come. But tell you, make baby, somebody gave me a grapevine information, me more constituency ni ade. Chira omo say so omo tufasi. Wo mu di so. O say omo start ye ka say ye beto srance na ya to ase no. Say me kan biribi e fa amframa ni mu. Say biribi besi. Ya adenti na say to fa srance na ya to afa ase. Abra tete ni nyina party na ba kosem no. Wo mu to fa ase ase omo to afa so. Now vi so mu di agro. And more resource na mo. Echiresen I general say call mu di ncho no wo mo bese betu omo ade so wo mo bom ho ban o so obi eni komo no fa ho kojo obi eni komo no fa ho
na na e bom ho ban
omo bom ho ban to omo betie esi form ho I say because a sro sesa ka bebre besesa a sro sesa ka bebre besesa MPs no kran ka bebre besesa. Grow.
But does it give MPP BB strong going into 2020?
No, I'm not baby strong crab because questions I'm able to open about me. Onya me yi man. It me who say.
But my half one of me shows obunim. But you say munim the questions. Then be me nu a wo bisa ya on
economic policies ni ade conversation I would do any ade me bisa say. Bra obon to ekura ni ade nya ade na eba app. Obetumi akọ in the NDC abine openi mahama eye ya ene ya tete fan go so ni ade chi se bia o cheda e mosque sanso ne nuanu me Christopher kabom ehwibom e de empire no ode menim se nyam betie se empire no to disrupt openi mahama na say woni me di nkomo wodi me fira sofu nkomo mte kakra wa chire ene ye di to aso
okay
chi se bibi say si because NDC to me hold the economy is strong there. Openi Bawomi came in as an economic messiah. 8 years afterwards, no, you see economy in IMF asamba, Bretton Woods institution asamba so mubi. It is Openi Mahama, it to me ejuma so something exceptional. What will be the need for Openi Bawomi? That's a question I say here. A critical question. To my chest, that's the first question I ask. Because Obi nim so economic with a messiah, what you say, the go-to person, the goat of economics. I will Ghana. Argentina went to me our elbow opening Mahama. Look at the margin. Obi beka say opening Mahama na ebe contest bi. Opening Mahama ni team na ye adwuma. Who say nye team bi? Nye babies with sharp teeth. Team no a wo mo e ho sese adwuma mo ye no. Wo mpeso mo ja legacy bi e dem opening Mahama. Na san kofo no a wo mpeso mo live legacy no. A mo ka team no wo mo ba akokra ye media. They compare the vice president position for 8 years. That is the two sanko for no more vice president. No. You think it to be an easy fight?
And to say obedim kunima na onim kunima.
Enya easy.
Ejina NDC performance.
Ejina NDC performance so sabre. Ejina NDC performance so. Nkomodi bi wo so a ya no me ntumi ndibi. Ye di kan say di wa frame me ye sofo. Me ye craching. Enya afa na me frase. I track university for several years. My example, my teaching assistant, my demonstrator, my lecturer, my senior lecturer, my associate professor, my full professor. Commodity be wa Ghana for expecting me say me di no open this ah. Bankophobia be di ba obedi e no kre. And that factor will also play in 2028. No matter be wa in this for ahwa ma twra to. I am can atare Ti no mo twen.
Ah. I say NDJ MPP for the akotwa be Dr. Mahmoud Bawe abezo dumja no.
Me need say NDJ no mo nyina de koto.
But he got 56% and more.
Now previously when you saying
somewhere around 61.
It would tiflu me say na free so.
Numbers no swat but
and I make sure say we a block voting now. You study the data science and come on the we block voting and I'm saying it was block voting for some of the territories. Maybe we say the powers that be Jinan for so. That's my view. That's my scientific
opinion. Is there a view I'll be to be defended?
No, some debate I may defend it. That's my scientific view.
That then free omu pema and kotwa.
Me say that's my scientific view. Omu jemu say womu nya no competitive as it would have been. When a certain gentleman is accused, baby, by some members of the MPP or some sympathizers.
So why then?
So could you not back wafa? I'm about to me 600 or say it's a constituency.
Why minority leader and come after your man?
I didn't know to Bob Ebon. I didn't go for to Bourbon because block voting did not take place there. That's my scientific view. Now me no be the idea people ni this in come acho. So me no me the idea people ni this in come acho. Ti be a kofo bi de command be fa me nya ho na onim se nya ho na me be fa.
No but
so kojo so nim se nya ho. Kojo so nim se me nya ho na me command be fa. Ye din come ache. Nya ho na me command be fa. So you say me continue trend no. Say you don't try can from me anope. Onim se me 10 PM mass studio class and I say. It was the other factor I get some pressure. I saw me share unity. Me who say social media posts bank of akoma na party ba contest celebrity and it be sere manage social media. Or it may end up hunting them in 2028. Was it income?
There's
unity no our party no catch no. Who catch was it your platform? I said they say MPP how I say ball asuja. Then was here and I said it on different platforms. Especially bra a parliamentary afoko and kwableje Japan issue no buy no. It didn't come out from 2014, 2015, 2016. I was consistent. No, me can't open it by any opinion for the chief beneficiaries. It's no NPP, this unity, no. I hold a free, Cassie and why free back. And I made you come say the party must find way because me anecdotally my share thoughts me. You walk Christmas team zongo, yen. Remember me or NPP ni. Remember me or 82 years, or that's why NPP ni. Me neutral, I didn't me neutral, me this off. It a mess of no mini MPP ni NDC, NDCPP, mini PNC. But what you come up, ube use me pen kroma sempa. The woman say, me mami, 92 ba, e bobo election na MPP leader kakra, bo so munimuna, me papa wo compound as kakra bi okwesi ntimo zongo. Otumi munimuni hosa, na ye de ho ni ade stade se ba na me mami isu. It MPP party. And yeah, General Secretary in India, on TSSR. Now you form a political party a former political party you form mass executive so you form unmindful. It will share the constitution and I said the arrangement and regulating political party formation of political parties no. A chere say a broad based party. Nyas and the 4 dia nya una 4 dia enye kwapem 4 dia.
But the MPP is a broad.
That is the point I'm trying to make. It will be a party a Ghana for. It will be to be the nkomo kwan bi ope ene kwan bi ope so ugini nkomo fa. Ene chere say kemami kebi. It is a cancer asem na wo mo ntie na wo mo bubufu yan. Na no ada me bisa kwesi me nua ba kopa me a onim se me pe na asem ope masem. Afi platform bi so na chese wodi matemo anesa. O krachi ni pa chese. Me nua krachi. I was highly disappointed in him say o eso hu ni say me kwabena DJ fi Samuel DJ fi me ye krachi ni mapa me gidi se me ye krachi ni mapa. It mean to be nin komo and to mean Sanchi Amepa. This about me, no questions Bisanwa. I say Bisan. Say, my man Bisano Cranwa. Say, Brantian, and he's all respecting me. He knows my track record. Before Penny Baumiano, I will put that question to him. And this is not the first time. He knows that. It's you better Ghana year, you better Ghana home come. So I be the waba.
Yeah, abusafo ye guso ayedi nkomo Fache TV anope Daybreak jubedie na ye de bro sofo El Bernard nkom sha o share na ye try na ye biebie mu kakra na politician edi ne nkomo wia ezeze ye ko won a wakọ hu sukuu no na ye ne won nso edi ho nkomo nti anope Professor Samuel Adujamfi or a political historian sa na osan eye obia odasafo ano TTIM nti anope ye ni di nkomo na ye bisa no
I know what asafo ni di so
TTIM
Think Tank Intercessors Ministry TTIM
mate enti sofo e na anope ye ni di nkomo waka sofo de na wi afi ye di nkomo e de efa political party no any the leader
somewhere around is it mid last year getting to the before the end of the year some months before the end of the year yeah survey be KNU students are eclectic I said nipa ho do bebre ho KJT asesa eclectic community be free flower be free different areas eba ho yeah survey kakra feedback in your no actually say the MPP leadership or more a divided opinion. Oh yeah, the broad masses Ghana for the Omosha Nipa who say obey to the victory at the Abre MPP when we are divided on that based on your research within the crop no I call contest. To Penny Baumia and with Juma yet to convince Ghanaians from Metwa Baman. It is not because he's won. Say, can you crown a winning crown? Konosu with Jumai. After what I can say, okay. Say, Brandy Champ on Kono winning ya, Konosu with Jumai pa, because the opinion is divided. And it I was sure say he will not get the 60% he got. And more so the class, so we block voting if you are. And some block voting no American was if you are. Can you be winning between about 50 plus 1 vote, or it could have gone into a runoff. That's my position, and I've held that.
Ntuvize ejuma ohwa esese
ejuma ohwa eso peni ba omi aye na onipe bia ohia no bia wo Ghana bia esese nipa no bonu tu na ne nkofo etwa no hia no mo mfa ahoma so se bi emfa operate around this time because yes on 2028
right mami emisa we na afi ye hwe mfa enadwumadie no emra na wiye se ohwe party a ewa ban mu the NDC as a political party a omo de enkomo abatum se obi bia opeso contest election na oye government appointee no as I say or resign the position no in 6 months before omobeto omo abano san komo no is perceived by omo ewa bonten say as a party for na tena say ayen hyehyɛ ombezo mu twa nipa ni bi efiri mu sen na hu omo
ma tie it into constitutional matter okay unim say menua penny H prempe
kwesi H prempe
many apeni kwesi H prempe ene one other lady from UPSA. Few years ago, Bra Speaker Baben, the Speaker's Breakfast Forum, our Lancaster Kumasi. I was there as a discussant. I can't one more. Opa, J in command. I'm being command. Now, me can't be now. Me can't nipa me no kasa a pure side a far opa parliament any won't get on the income. Adeba kwa me pushing for me advocating for, especially within the hang parliament. Of course, one is say may expect say because of the tightness of the parliament. Ebeboa ama yenya semblance of independence of the legislature. Say legislature no womo eshemra ema Ghana ewo parliament no mu play oversight role over the executive no won bedi wo ho etumi edi wo mudwuma ekwaso nkosokra sentia na me di nkomo ne say we have the concept of separation of powers. Baron de Montesquieu put across the concept no, in its present form no looks at absolute separation. I say obia edini lemu edini juma na obia edini juma no so no obia so de nani e de hwe obi dwumedie so said ye be ya ebe bring it about political checks and balances. We be head we be head we. It is executive any legislature no what you as a parliament no ko ya judiciary ho so me bibi what you say na aboa to create checks and balances. But as we sit no you pick a lot of ministers every parliament. Na obi a wono eba we biane die no when such a no betu apa na pampem. Ti democracy na ye no e krokro de John bibi wo ho a atochima nti me ka say e ho yensiesi ho na hwe say wo ya government appointee wo NDC now so person be party executive in several jurisdictions no wo share that training conform wo ya party job e rise to party chairmanship wo so be political leaders e play a role in the future government as executives so e say that wo go to ideological schools e chere wo nyoma e to wo fame intentionally to raise leaders. Ghana, your president, every two parties, MPP and NDC. Now, all person would do some new in for a gluttony, Bible cry, Ebra. Bible crabra.
I don't pay young fan Kobono in Sia to say they work and any day the Kaya, you did Daybreak, a bro, or Fache TV. Professor Samuel, a Dujan fee, and I know a dean come way. Yet the Juma Diano and Nediano a banner yet. Na Yadawase, say Ojebre. Na oni edi dwuma free anopa no nsia ebepem sabre kai se yewura February bosomenim nti ye kire do nti fa bibia ache na ye free within the Kojo Marfo yeho aya adoma ochena ye besan ne atena ase prof ye dase
o yo me dase
se unya abre na ye esom ye
ene akwan
nyame nka obibia